Okay, we're back with Adam Egret and Egret, rather.
Guy goes into a dentist's office.
Yeah.
Dentist said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I think I'm a moth."
A moth.
A moth. He said, "What?" "I think I'm a moth." He said, "Well, you have mental problems. You need to go see a psychiatrist." He said, "I know." He said, "You're in a dentist's office." He said, "I know." He said, "What are you doing here? Why did you come here?" He said, "The light was on."
That's a good joke.
It's a great one.
This is the section where we do jokes. Do you want to read one? Just read into that camera for the folks. Well, don't
No,
read it
out loud.
You have to read it out
No,
loud.
No, he didn't.
Oh, here, you read one.
All right. No.
You don't like that
No,
one?
I mean, I like it. Just.
Do you understand that we're on the air?
Yeah.
Oh, right. We all know that the Swiss are officially neutral.
Who wrote this?
Unofficial.
Who wrote this?
This-
Who wrote this?
Well, that screwed up my timing.
Who wrote this?
We don't have a
Who
name
wrote it?
on
Do you have writers?
It's anonymous. It's
Well, I
like
think-
I didn't
I don't
write
wanna
it.
say
I didn't write that one. We all know the Swiss are officially neutral. Unofficially, however, they're filthy sons of bitches. Now the Swiss think I hate them. It's great. Thanks.
This one says, remember the old days when tweeting meant stabbing a hooker?
Bob liked that one.
Super Dave, why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well, this
Are
was,
you serious?
well, this was written.
Are you serious?
This was written years
Did
ago.
you just write that?
I didn't write
Did
it.
you just say that?
No, I read it. Yes,
You read that?
it was an old. It was written
Oh
obviously.
my God Almighty! I'm not part of this.
No, it was written
No,
before.
I'm not part of this. No, you can't read that.
Well,
What about this?
Go ahead.
Read this one.
I can prove God exists if I can just find that damn receipt from our brunch in heaven.
That is so funny. That is so fucking funny.
Oh, this one's actually topical. We could nip March Madness in the bud if we watch for the warning signs of brooding antisocial February fever.
Who is writing this? You're doing this. This is your life. You're putting your life on it. You dress like horseshit tonight.
No, that was Adam
I
Egan's
don't
my
care.
fault.
That
You
was
should
Adam
have
Egan's
worn
fault.
I told you to bring a
some
wardrobe.
kind of a hose coat.
But that was
You've
Adam
got
Egan's
a
fault.
thing with a hood.
But that was Adam Egan's
But then
fault.
you're reading these.
I
This
take
is
responsibility. That
you.
was my
Well,
fault.
this Lindsay Lohan can't swim a stroke, but she sure knows every dive in town.
That one I liked. That was my favorite. I'm keeping this.
That is a favorite. Did you write this?
I didn't write that one. No, I
Read
didn't
that
write
one.
Call me an old softy, but I'd prefer it if you called me a distinguished gentleman with a flagging erection. Oh. I don't like that one.
Well, read that one.
Hey, why are you going to make me read all this? Alfred the Great may well be the greatest monarch
Can you
in
do
the
me a
history
favor? Can you find out what the traffic is like on the Santa Monica going to the desert?
Do you know the Harlem Shake?
Yeah, I've seen it on
Okay.
every single
You've
commercial.
seen it. Then you'll appreciate this joke. I remember back when the Harlem Shake was just a black fella holding me upside down off a fire escape trying to collect his money.
Can you find out what the quickest way is to the Santa Monica Freeway, please? And don't call me again.
Super Dave.
I don't care about anything. You don't call me again. There's no last minute fill in. There's nothing. Okay? Thank God we're only reaching 50 people.
Wait,
That's
Super
all
Dave.
I can tell you.
Sure, junkyard dogs are mean, but the meanest dogs are generally found guarding concentration camps. And it says here, there's a note. Early versions of the Jim Croce's 1973 smash hit Big Bad Leroy Brown. Do you remember that song?
Tell the people the
No, do you know what you just said?
It
Do you have
included.
any idea what you just read?
This says it
No,
inclu-
did you have any idea what you just read?
that
It was an
junkyard dogs.
anti-Semitic joke about the concentration camp.
No.
Oh,
Not
what do you mean?
anti-Semitic
no,
at
no,
all.
No, it's Semitic?
No.
Well, you know, I know what the problem
They
is.
use
'cause
Did you write it?
I didn't write that.
Who wrote it?
They
Are you-
use the meanest
wrote it?
dogs.
I don't know who wrote it, but I think the problem is that some people might
people-
not know what the concentration camps are. So you might need to-
Concentration camps were found in
Oh
Poland.
my God!
And
Oh,
what-
fucking
what?
almighty. Oh my Christ
Concentration
almighty.
camps.
Please
were
get my nurse. I swear to God, get her in here right now and
I'm
wheel
trying
me
to
away.
explain to the
Did you
folks
have
who
to-
You are
Did you have too
fu-
much
You
salt?
know what? This is your first show, and these are the.
Well, I don't want to bring up the systemic, extermination attempt against
No,
the
no,
Jewry
no,
of Europe, but this says on this piece of paper that Bad Leroy Brown initially included the line "meaner than a concentration camp dog," but Croce decided it was unpleasant to the ear. And it was also offensive to Jews, gypsies, and homosexuals. Little did it matter, Croce would be dead within
You know
the
what
year.
I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to watch the fucking View.
The View?
That's what I'm going to
Dare
do.
you? How dare
That's
you?
where I'm going to get my humor from.
You told me you didn't like The
Okay.
View.
But I'm watching it tomorrow.
You told me you didn't like it.
I never told you that.
Oh, you
I
like it?
told you they're my favorite of all time.
Oh.
And Barbara Walters is never leaving. She's 83 and she had chicken pox. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to see her chicken pox?
No.
No? At 83 at night in a negligee coming out of the bathroom?
Wouldn't you get shingles then?
No. If you get chicken pox, you can get shingles.
Yeah.
But she hasn't gotten them yet.
Yeah.
What a group that is.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I heard she got cut.
How about Kathy Lee and Latoya Hoya, whatever her name is?
What is her name?
Ooh,
and
Latoya
they
Jackson?
drink every day on the show.
Yeah. Proudly. They actually went off drinking for a few months, and then they had a big. Here, read this.
That's what I'm going to do right after this.
You'll like
show.
this one, Super Dave.
Deep
Hey,
throat.
can I tell you something? This is a bad segment. Oh, yeah, it is. You know it is. You know it is. When you come to Goodnight, he says, "Goodnight. I really enjoyed doing this show. I had a great time, and I'll see you next week."
That's a good idea.
These jokes
that's not
are
a bad
so
idea.
they're not even they're so beyond insulting the awful that it's not a segment. Can we start this segment over without the
No,
joke?
it's live.
Yeah, it is
We're
live.
live on podcast?
This is
Yeah.
live.
Holy cow.
Listen to this joke because
Well, yeah, I
think
just wanted to say,
this
no,
is
this
right
isn't-
up his alley.
Yeah, this is just into the.
He might not
deep,
remember this guy though.
No, you'll probably remember. Deep throat porn legend Harry
he's
Reeves.
dead.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
died.
yeah.
But how are they
know
going to
who
close
that
that
is?
casket? I mean, because probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus, a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
How are they going to do it?
He was a real pioneer.
I mean, when I was on Saturday Night Live, they used to do jokes about guys died. Like the crossword guy died, and he's going to be buried 4 down, 3 across. and I was like,
God,
that seems like the guy died.
He died.
His family might
You got to
be watching.
wait a little bit before you do that.
Yeah,
Harry Reeves just died. He has no family, Harry Reeves. How could he have family?
he must
What,
be
are his
old.
mother and father proud of him, do you think?
He's got to be.
He was in show business.
Yeah.
He put his cock in the sidewalk of Hollywood. Look at this. Look at this hole. That's Harry.
What
That's
does
Harry.
that say?
Last joke. All right, so. Oh yeah, here. That's the last joke.
Alfred the Great may well. That's the one you
Are
wouldn't
you
do.
I tried to read it. cut
Did
me
you
off.
read these before he did them? You're the producer of the show. All right, read. Do you have one more joke?
I didn't read any of these. They're his.
Wait, I didn't write I read the ones you told me to, but I didn't write any of these. I just
Okay,
wanted to write-
I
I did not
felt-
write any of these jokes.
I
Yeah, here you
felt
go.
that
This is
we
the
had-
last one we didn't read.
No, but let you read it. I'll let you read it.
Call. Oh, I already did that. Alfred the Great.
Make Super Dave laugh.
Super Dave, I just wanted to tell you, Alfred the Great may well be the greatest monarch in the history of England. The worst, Richard the Goat Fucker.
I don't think he's gonna laugh. It's like
I
watching.
think he's close. Hold on. I think he's close.
It's like watching that golf ball on the edge
I
of
don't
it.
understand. I don't understand any of these. I don't.
We're back, and we're gonna do some jokes. You like jokes?
Yeah, sure.
All right. We're just gonna do them here. This Easter Sunday. Here, you want to read this one time?
Yeah.
This seems like more of your kind of joke. You can do it in the camera if you want. Whatever you want to do.
This Easter Sunday, Snoop Dogg gets to say, Christ is resizen.
You want to do a joke?
Sure.
This is going into the camera.
We wear new clothes on Easter to represent Christ's triumphant appearance to the stunned apostles in his sharp two-button blazer by Hugo Boss. What the fuck?
I don't know about that one. The guy who did the voice of Charlie Brown, he was arrested for stalking his girlfriend this week. He also said the next time Lucy grabs away the football, he's going to cut that bitch.
I guess I read one, yeah. President Obama continues to shamelessly wage class warfare. Today he announced a steep new tax on shiny top hats.
Well, here you go.
Oh, you read that one.
No, go. Just looking at the camera, man.
Some folks say, what this country needs is a good 5-cent cigar. I'm guessing they're opposing Obamacare. Give me the shitty fucking shit. Okay. I'm gonna
Here's one.
butcher them anyway. You might as well.
I don't know if this counts as an NCAA Cinderella story, but one of the Marquette players said he had help making his uniform from a bunch of singing mice and birds. I think this is perfect for Tom Green. Tom Green just reading ahead.
Yeah. I read a story. A 17-year-old kid who stole a plane, crashed it, and survived. Why don't we make the whole plane out of that kid? That seems logical, right?
Makes sense, right? There you go. Adam Egan.
Warning to the Easter Bunny: don't put all your eggs in one basket, fella. You handpick these.
I do feel like I'm getting the good ones here.
So.
They say the world's a smaller place than it used to be, but I think that's an optical illusion based on me becoming a big fat guy. Here's one that's good for you.
Growing up, I never would have believed that one day I'd need a computer just to masturbate.
It is strange
It is
when you think about it. Though.
unbelievable, yeah,
Right?
that's-
Remember, you used to need nothing like
Yeah.
that.
The Sears catalog.
Sears catalog, maybe.
National Geographic.
Exactly.
A van in the woods.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go, why am I looking at the bra section of Sears catalog? I'm not in the market for a bra. But, you know. Here you go. Try a joke.
I'm sure my
Egan's-
parents wondered why those were always piled up in my room, the brassiere
Yes.
section. You know, rolled up into balls under the bed. Soggy balls of paper. Soggy balls of newsprint.
Hey, speaking
lying
of
around the
balls,
house.
John Hamm has a big dick. Oh no, wait. John Hamm has a big dick. I could have told you that, but I don't suck and tell.
Okay. A Swedish Bond girl, Britt Eklund, told Piers Morgan this week that she was seduced by Warren Beatty after the legendary Lothario took her to an X-rated movie for their first date. This is what I have to say about that. Hey, Warren, stop stealing my moves.
That's my favorite this week.
Unbelievable. Oh, I think you'll like this one. I'm giving Tom the best ones.
That is your move, by the way.
Thank you. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but I invented the light bulb up my ass.
Always ahead of his time.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on, man.
doing
It's-
jokes.
Come on, it's fun doing jokes.
Yeah.
It's the delivery.
Yeah.
You're getting better.
Octomom is facing jail time for committing welfare fraud. Who didn't see that one coming? I mean, seriously, a single mother of 8.
Is that even a joke?
They're your joke, fucker.
I am not a big fan of video games where you cannot kill a prostitute. I like the ones where,
Oh, like Grand Theft Auto.
yes.
That was the hook for that game. That's really what people
was.
Really
got
was.
excited about.
Yeah,
Throw the
there's
girl
no doubt
over
about
the-
it.
Inevitably, somebody would always say, you know, the great thing is you can drive down this alley and you can kill a prostitute.
That was the thing people talked about most at that game.
That's why that game took off.
I agree.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
What a
We are a messed up.
Oh, this is perfect
society.
for you.
I don't know if my mom would let.
No, that's not what it means. You're just thinking of the Canadian translation of
What is the Canadian
that.
translation?
Of that. That's not a mother.
No, what's your old lady in Canada?
Your old lady. No, in America, your old lady is like your.
Well, I
your
definitely
girlfriend.
can't read it now.
Okay. Here, you can read it.
The thing I miss most about the 70s is rolling a number and giving my old lady some head.
You fucking ate out your mother?
No, not my old lady. Shit, I guess it does kind of.
That's what I thought. That's why I passed the card to you.
Oh, fuck.
Celebrating April 1st birthdays. This is a sort of news thing. Russian pianist Sergei Rachmaninoff, who was born on this day in 1872.
Yeah, I know that dude.
Rapper Method Man is 41. Debbie Reynolds turns 80 today. Rachel Maddow is 39. And former German Chancellor Helmut Schmidt would have been 95 today. April Fools. Former German Chancellor Helmut Schmidt is alive and well. We got to do an April Fools, right? Oh my God, Tom. What about this one, Tom?
I love Lou Gehrig, but I'm not going to stand up in front of 1 million people and brag that I'm the luckiest man in the world because some doctors named a disease after me. Confidence is one thing, but arrogance is the worst disease of them all.
I agree with that.
I also agree with that. It's funny and true. One day, in the hopefully not too distant future, North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un is going to hear a loud popping sound. The sound of his head coming out of his own ass.
A Miami, Florida pimp is in custody after forcing a 13-year-old prostitute to have his name tattooed on her eyelids when she threatened to run away from him. Roman Thomas III faces charges of human trafficking, false imprisonment, lewd and lascivious exhibition, and delivery of a controlled substance to a child. You know, I know the scriptures say, judge not lest ye be judged, but you know, I'm just going to come out and say it. This Roman Thomas III guy, this guy's a real jerk. It's fun doing jokes.
Yeah.
For you.
I used to think revenge was a dish best served cold, but then I realized it meant getting back at somebody.
I like that one. There you go. Let's do it. Let's do it funny.
This one's like two pages long and cut off at the end.
Come on, man. Do your best. Give it your best.
It's not even complete.
Give it your best shot, man.
Troubled starlet Lindsay Lohan had a cameo on Anger Management last week and managed to shock the cast and crew by showing up on time and even early. Later in the week, the Mean Girls actress was looking decidedly chipper as she posed on the red carpet at a clothing store launch in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Perhaps Lindsay is getting a jump start on her upcoming mandatory 90-day rehab, or maybe bartenders are just asking her to land someplace else, knowing the way liquor... cuts off.
Fuck are you talking about? Okay.
Cuts off, really?
I'm trying to help him
I
out.
forgot how the end went.
Hey.
It cut off.
Hey.
It's the most important part, usually.
course.
Tell the guy to put it
That's
on
where
the
you're
fucking
supposed to-
card.
Hey, news media, leave Kim Kardashian alone, will you? She's pregnant. Of course she's gonna gain weight. And if anyone knows about rapid weight gain, it's me. You know, I went to see the doctor about it, and he told me to open my mouth and say, oink. I thought that was a little out of line, Tom. Here's a historical one for Tom Green.
I think enough time has passed since 1947 where I can safely admit it. I wish I was the guy who finally wiped that annoying smirk off the Black Dahlia's face.
Oh, here's the rest of that joke. Adam Eggett finishing off the joke.
Makes her fly. Note, you know I can understand why someone in show business would want to drink liquor to soothe and steady her nerves. Why some people I know I drink liquor and get so steady they can't even move.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's get back to Tom.
You wrote all these, Norm, or you sit up and write all these, or? Music is the universal language, but one day soon it will be replaced by Chinese.
Yeah.
That's right.
I feel the same way about slaves as I do about shirts with flame patterns on them. I don't want to be friends with anyone who owns either of them.
Another funny and true one.
Here is a good one.
Okay. Mickey Mantle knew two things: drinking and playing drunk baseball.
This is the one that you said you specifically liked.
Why doesn't Applebee's call their appetizers appletizers? And why doesn't that waitress I met at TGI Fridays ever call me back?
He said he liked it.
I kind of did like that one.
This administration is cutting back drastically on military spending, but doesn't think our defense capabilities will be compromised? How so? I'll tell you how so. Groupons. Remember Groupons?
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember Groupons.
Here's one you'll like. I think you'll like it.
A worldwide scientific study confirms a long-held suspicion. No one anywhere likes drum circles. That is some wild stuff.
That was pretty good.
Really good.
That is wild.
That was a pretty good impression. Oh, here you go.
I realize now I should have been reading them all with that voice.
Fucking asshole.
Adam Egan with a joke.
Justin Bieber's monkey has been quarantined, which reminds us how far we've come since headlines about Pearl Harbor and D-Day. You literally handed me every joke I hated.
That was more of a comment,
Yeah.
really. In the coffee shop line today, I hear the guy behind me say, I like to start by biting the ears off, and I had to pray, please, God, let him be talking about a chocolate Easter bunny. Okay. Well, this one you said you loved too, so you can't say you didn't say you loved these jokes.
This one I did. I think you should do this one.
No, you
I'm
loved
gonna
it.
butcher it. This is a.
Nah,
this
come
one
on,
deserves
man. You
your-
love these jokes. You do these. I'm going to give you the three last jokes.
No, I'm not doing three.
Come on, man.
All right. Earlier this week, Aaron Jackson of Topeka, Kansas, painted his house the colors of the Gay Pride rainbow flag in direct protest of the Westboro Baptist Church. When that didn't seem to work, Jackson fucked 3 of his best buds on his front lawn.
Homophobic.
Yeah.
Well, I think it shows
I mean,
solidarity.
earlier he was racist, and now he's homophobic.
Well, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it shows solidarity. All right, this next one. That's fine.
What are you afraid of?
It's almost like it's a test. Like if you laugh, then you're an asshole or something like that.
Right, exactly. If you laugh at him,
Yeah, at that joke, at that
Oh,
particular
yeah.
joke. It's like
Okay,
a test. You're testing me.
it's always a test with this fucker. But what's the next one?
This next one here, it says, Chipotle has canceled its planned sponsorship of the Utah Boy Scout event due to the BSA's ban on gay leaders and scouts. Ironic how an all-male anti-gay organization would want to put hot, thick loads of beef and sour cream in their mouth.
Okay. We get the idea. You hate gay guys. Let's just do the last one. Jesus Christ.
This one, it's former Tennessee Titans cheerleader Elizabeth Lee Garner, 42, is accused of pulling a 12-year-old boy's pants off and offering him oral sex. The boy refused her advances not because he was 12, but because he was a die-hard Colts fan.
This is what I have to work with, you know? I mean, we're going to get in trouble for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I mean, I thought they were...
I mean, you know what I mean? Gay people, this is it's funny when I see, like, on TV, a guy, I just go, how out of touch are you? Not him, but him too. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like some governor will go, I'm against gays. You go, what? Like, just pretend you're not against them. Like, don't you understand?
Yeah, what do you think about this whole controversy with Jim Carrey and his cold, dead hand Charlton Heston video that he did for Funny or Die and his railing against Fox News and the national gun debate? No, we don't have to talk about that.
Well, I mean, I think that Jim Carrey, I don't know, I think he's the funniest guy ever.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. But well, I don't really know the story, but I know they came after him real hard.
Yeah, they're
right?
coming after him hard right now, and it's weird watching them go after Jim Carrey because it's like sort of seems like what he said sort of makes some certain amount of sense, right? Yeah.
Well,
What did
kind
he say?
of.
I don't know. I didn't see the video.
Right, so he's just railing on Fox News right now, and Greg Gutfeld went online today and was railing back at Jim Carrey, and there's this whole war between Greg Gutfeld and Jim Carrey, and it's just
See, Tom knows all the
it's
internet
upsetting to me.
news.
It's upsetting to
That's
me.
what I should know.
You know,
Well,
these things can spiral though. These little video moments,
Right.
these clips.
I should have.
You know, it's on the internet now. Everything you say here is on the internet on a
Tom's
permanent
absolutely
record.
right. I really should have. I should have considered that before choosing some of these jokes.
Gay people are just like me and you.
I know.
How many times do I have to tell you that?
Well, you tell me that all day. How I'm just like all the gay people.
Gay people are the same as everybody.
No, you mean you always tell me specifically how I think you're just calling me gay. It's one of the.
It's not an insult. He
No,
thinks it's an insult.
no, I didn't mean it.
Why
to-
would being gay be an insult?
Yeah.
I love gay people.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's the end of the show.
It's time for jokes. Here you go, Fred. You can read a joke.
I've become
this
this
way,
guy.
this way, but don't read ahead. Nothing's going to be bad.
Okay.
But I'm saying we had Tom Green last week, so we said, because this is also an audio podcast on iTunes, and we said, here, Tom, read a joke, and then he read it
I
silently.
listened to both your podcasts.
Oh, you have?
And you've been very nice, but I'm not the first person. I'm the first guy that you're not in awe with. That's not a pioneer. He was getting a lot of praise from people.
I did tell you how much I enjoyed
Okay,
your
no,
stand-up.
he's a good guy,
absolutely.
real good guy.
I really appreciate.
But
that,
this is
Fred.
you know, you get jokes. You get to read
Yeah.
jokes, so you don't have to prepare.
Okay, so don't read ahead.
Don't read ahead, just read right out.
Former porn star Janet Jameson was arrested this weekend after allegedly assaulting someone. This may be the most damaging thing to happen to her image since her 16-year career in pornography. 16, not 6.
Why did the moron throw the clock out the window?
Why?
Because it reminded him of Richard Clock, the man convicted of knife raping his wife. Good God
You
Almighty!
know,
Jesus.
it used to be all right.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that one was coming.
Veterinarians in Colorado have reported that marijuana use is on the rise amongst dogs. They say you'll know if your dog is too high if it starts making a really tall sandwich.
They like sweets better
What's
when
that
they're high.
mean? Yes, I don't know. My doctor told me I should start juicing. You know,
You mean,
but the problem is I don't think he meant ham juicing.
what?
Yeah, I squeezed a ham and I got some juice out of it.
Oh, I thought you. All right. I thought you were going to, you know.
Stupid.
Really?
Well, I'm fat. I'm so fat when I get my shoe shined, I have to take the boot black's word for it.
You haven't seen your penis in 3 weeks. I'm keeping it clean.
Jesus Christ.
Well, is that what fat people say?
My penis?
I'm trying to not.
Oh, what
be-
about this? Porn actor Ron Jeremy is back at work after having open heart surgery. I think this is interesting. The name of his next feature is going to be called I'm going to have to sit down for most of this. This is a good one for Fred. But don't read ahead.
Okay, I saw the punchline though.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'll read it. Dance like no one is watching, sing like no one is listening, love like you've never been hurt, and fuck like a goddamn retard.
I saw the word retard.
There you go.
How many Polish guys does it take to screw in a light bulb? The question cannot be answered because Polish people are so fucking stupid that no matter how many of them are available, none of them would ever be able to complete that simple task.
This is a meta joke. Have you aware of these meta jokes?
How many comedians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
2. One to do it, and the other guy to go. How long's he been up there?
I like that.
On
actually.
stage.
Yeah, 'cause they was going,
Because
how
they're
long?
like, how long?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. My brother-in-law is so stupid. My sister's brother?
Right. It's sister's husband.
Sister's husband, rather? My sister's brother would be my brother. Okay, whatever. My brother-in-law, but I was saying it's my sister's brother and not my... What else would it be?
I don't know, but I know your brother's very smart. He does like journalism.
Yeah. But this is my brother-in-law. This is my brother-in-law. So stupid, right? He came up with a bucket list. You know what a bucket list?
Oh, sure. Big
You know
movie.
what his first thing on the bucket list was? Committing suicide. Isn't that retarded? Huh?
That's just stupid. It's
Have you heard about the four NFL players that are coming out of the closet?
no.
It's about time, I think. I think it's high time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because isn't it strange that there's nobody come out of the closet in an entire sport of football where there's 2,000 players, and you know there's gay people
Right.
playing football.
Because in the locker room, they'll be saying you're looking at me naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a great deal of speculation on who the four openly gay, the four NFL football players that are going to be openly gay are, and nobody knows. Anyways, whatever. My guess is it's those four that are all sucking each other's cocks.
I laughed before the joke. I knew it's going to be a sucking cock joke.
But here, man, you want to read a joke?
Sure.
You read them so good, but do you like his meta jokes?
He's a deep guy, you know. He's a young guy that's still finding themselves, so he's meta.
Yeah. Mark Jacobs is making sure he takes full advantage of his well-deserved vacation with gay porn star boyfriend Harry Lewis. The couple was seen showing off their chiseled physiques in skimpy swim shorts as they kissed, held hands, and frolicked in the ocean together on Ipanema Beach on Sunday in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Mark, 49, wore a tiny black swimsuit, while Harry, 25, donned heart-patterned shorts that left little to the imagination. Both men sported incredible muscular physiques as they shared a lingering kiss on the sand before taking a dip together in the ocean. The pair clearly couldn't keep their hands off each other, holding hands and kissing as they enjoyed their day in the sun. At one point, the affection even appeared to get too much for Mark, as he seemed to gently be pushing his lover away when he tried to kiss his neck. But there were no hard feelings, as Mark, clearly impressed by his boyfriend's impeccable body, snapped photos of the hunk as he stood in a series of different poses. Harry is clearly smitten with his famous boyfriend, tweeting a series of messages and pictures of Mark in quick succession on Sunday. In one tweet, which shows Mark in a pool, Harry wrote, "Hot, beautiful, and just too sexy for one single pic. I love my baby." In another tweet, he wrote, "Sunny and hot, with my baby next to me, even hotter."
So this raises two questions. First, does Entertainment Weekly have a must-not list? And we'll be in it next week.
Are you one of those self-sabotaging?
This is the post-punk comedy. Now,
I
this
see.
might be too...
He's not one of those sabotaging guys that's
It's-
afraid of
it-
success.
No. No, this is a new type of comedy that may be a little advanced for the likes of you and me, to tell you the truth.
Thought I'd try to take a
I think
chance.
that's what it is. But I think this will get a big
Took a
laugh.
chance. Oh, I forgot I need these. Because of droughts all over Europe, scientists are predicting a global shortage of olive oil. Soon the world will know how Popeye felt after the death of his wife.
Olive oil. Remember how fucking skinny and ugly she is, and they'd always want to fuck her?
And how Big Ethel would chase Jughead.
Oh, let's not get into Jughead.
I'm sorry. I went too far.
One last joke, Daniel thinks, that unless it doesn't work. How about this? It takes forever to get a pilot's license. Think about this. It takes forever, not forever, but it takes years of training to get a pilot's license. But it only takes a couple of minutes to steal a pilot's jacket and hat. And then do some, terrorist act, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I was not living because I was thinking it was going to be a terrorist.
You were worried about a terrorist act.
I was a little nervous.
Did you see Olympus Has Fallen?
No.
It's very intense.
Is it like Star 69 or what was that movie with the
It's very
plane crashing?
unrealistic to me. First of all, the president's white, which I don't think will ever happen again.
Right.
And then Morgan Freeman becomes the president because they want to make it somewhat realistic.
Right.
He's the Secretary of Defense.
Oh, so the president dies and
Yeah. And then the Koreans, show up, the North Koreans, and I don't want to give away too much of the movie. I just thought of it. People are going to watch the movie.
Now that you have a show, do people like give you screeners and you sit and?
Barbara Walters is planning to announce her retirement. What's next for Babs? Death.
The old Norm Macdonald is.
All right. Hey, this is where we do the jokes.
Nice.
So we just hand out jokes. This way you don't have to think of anything funny, you just read it.
Exactly.
This will be a great one for you.
Nice.
You can just read it in the camera. Where should you read
Oh,
it?
which one? That one? I think there's nothing cooler than being a lone wolf, except at wolf picnics when you don't have a partner for the wolf wheelbarrow races.
There you go.
The Octomom has reportedly been evicted from her California home. The mother of 14 children packed up and left her property in Palmdale after being asked to leave for not paying her rent for the month of April. The single parent, whose real name is Nadia Suleman, exited leaving a huge mess and the stench of urine inside the pad. Wait, it says here the urine has been traced back to Adam Egget.
I don't know. No, call me crazy. Call me crazy. But I take orders from Martians who send secret messages beamed out from the antenna at the top of the Empire State Building. Oh, this will be good for Billy Bob.
A Georgia high school is planning to merge their formerly all-black and all-white proms into a single event. The theme of this June's dance, an evening of unbridled race war. That's pretty good.
Here, can you do a little song or something?
A Florida man was arrested for stealing a truck filled with $75,000 worth of Campbell's soup. I, for one, hope this guy goes away for good.
Wow, there you go.
Okay, my girlfriend and I have a deal. What are they called there, where you get to have sex with a certain list of people? I should have put that on there. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know. So my girlfriend and I have a deal where we have one celebrity that we can sleep with, and it's not considered cheating. Mine is that woman who plays Medea.
I don't know that.
It's Tyler Perry.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. So, no.
Oh, here's another one. These are themes.
Oh, okay. In Kansas, a gay rights activist named Aaron Jackson paid $83,000 to buy a house across from the homophobic Westboro Baptist Church and had it painted rainbow colors. Mr. Jackson plans to recoup his investment by, well, actually, there's no plan. Have fun living in a hideous house in Kansas across from some vicious bigots. That's pretty good.
It's Earth Day, the one day of the year where you can jerk off outside and nothing bad can happen. I don't know what Earth Day is.
I'm not sure.
Not sure what Earth All right. So much of these are gay. Here, wait a second.
A new study shows that most men can identify a gay man by his face alone. It's the face that's buried in another man's asshole.
All right, Billy Bob Thornton's been our guest. Thanks a lot, Billy Bob. You're the best, man.
Nice to meet you.
Peace. We'll see you next week. Well,
I
that'll get us
tell
into the
stories.
jokes.
I tell
Exactly.
stories. I don't tell jokes. I tell stories.
Oh, those are my favorite kind of
Stories,
comics.
I do stories of my childhood, stories of things that happened to me as a kid, stories that happened in broadcasting, stories that happened making speeches. I do, and I might throw in a joke or two, but basically it's a collection. It's an evening of storytelling.
It's like Mark Twain,
Mark Twain. It's very
like Josh Billings.
Who's Josh Billings?
You don't know Josh Billings?
No. But I make fun of things. I make fun of myself.
And when did you start?
Would you ever do a joke like this? These are pre-vetted, so they're not filthy.
Apparently, someone in Germany stole 5 metric tons of Nutella. Police haven't arrested anyone yet, but they are questioning Gunther Hogsbargen, the 700-pound man that smells like chocolate and hazelnuts, who guards the Nutella storage facility. That's funny.
Yeah, what about this? This was what you were talking about earlier, 42.
I love the movie 42. It's Chadwick Boseman like you've never seen him before. Of course, you've never seen him before. I get that.
Yeah, man. Here, you want to do a joke?
Yeah, sure. Let's do jokes.
Don't be dirty, because Larry King's there.
All right. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, says the guy who didn't shove a bunch of Reese's up his
I
ass.
just asked you. Larry, you'll like this one.
Wasn't too bad.
Amanda Bynes is a lush blonde who's quickly turning into a blonde lush. See, I tend to laugh at my own. When I read a joke that's funny. I love jokes.
That's good to laugh at. You know what my dad would do?
Henny Youngman was a great friend of mine.
He was.
Oh, he was.
He was the best.
The best. Nothing made...
Take my wife, please, right?
Yeah, but nothing would lead into things. You know, as he'd get up and just... A stream of consciousness. Woody Allen's favorite comedian was Henny Youngman. You know, as he'd tell you a joke like this and then go like this and go like this. You know what I mean? You go from this. I go to the doctor, and the doctor said to me, "You look great. You're going to live till you're 60." I said, "I am 60. What did I tell you?" Yeah, that's funny.
That's funny. What do you think of this? Hey, how about this? Take my wife, please. You think of that joke? 3-word setup, 1-word punchline, 4-word joke.
4-word
That's impressive.
Don't get better than that.
I never thought about that.
If you're looking for your porn star name, have you ever heard of this? Where people make up porn star names? They take their childhood pet's name and then they combine it with the street name. So anyways, mine would be Dick Fuckington. I lived on Fuckington Crescent. But none of this would be on the Hulu show we're doing, Larry.
No.
Oh, how about this? College freshman Scott Damerow, Larry, set a new world record by using his head to bust 142 eggs, and he now officially holds a place in the Guinness Book of Fucking Retards. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Why are these dirty? This is a great one for you, Larry.
I got a funny joke.
It's
I
news.
got one. If you were a Russian prostitute on a date with serial killer Andrei Chikatilo, a.k.a. the Rostov Ripper, and he couldn't achieve an erection, that was not your lucky day.
No.
All right, this guy's going to go to prison.
Yeah.
And he's really scared. He's worried. He gets scared. He's got to go to prison. A friend says, go talk to that guy. Just got out of San Quentin. He says, you just got out of San Quentin. I'm scared to death. Gosh, come on, it's a piece of cake. I want to ask you something. Monday, you like music? Monday's music day at San Quentin. All popular new music is played for you, and major composers come and talk to you. They'll talk to all the convicts. You're going to love Monday. Tuesday, you like food? Tuesday's food day at San Quentin. Chefs come and cook meals all day long. Famous chefs. Wolfgang Puck comes and talks to the prisoners about how to cook.
Wow.
You're going to love Tuesday. Wednesday is exercise day. All the new physical equipment comes in, and the major physical guys in America come in and teach you. You're going to love Wednesday. Now, Thursday, are you gay? You're not going to like Thursday. That's a funny joke.
That's a great joke. You tell a joke now to Larry. Maybe he'll use it in his act.
All right, so there's two gay guys talking.
No, it doesn't have to be gay guys again, does it?
No, it's really not that bad.
On
It's
the
not.
day that
It's
the
not
guy at the
insulting.
Celtics-
No. There's two gay guys. They're playing hide and seek, and
Oh,
and
no,
one-
we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that joke. We're not going to do that joke. But I think this is a great joke for Larry King. Because it's news. It's
Irishman
news.
walked out of a bar. Could happen.
Yeah.
Okay. The Al Qaeda online magazine Inspire has a recipe for a homemade bomb. They also have a recipe for a pretty darn good peach cobbler.
So they're not all bad, you know?
That's not.
I crack up when I see a funny joke and I hear it. You know, it's like,
You know, I'll tell you this, Larry. Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but who'll forget it.
try iron.
You know, my clothes, Larry, make me look slimmer, but they did not fool that flight of stairs that collapsed under my astonishing new girth.
Who writes these?
I'm
No,
fat now.
Where do they come from?
Have you ever been fat? It doesn't
Yeah,
seem
I
like
was
you.
fat.
You
When I
were
had my heart attack, I weighed 195.
when you had your heart attack.
Yeah,
You weighed 195. Now you probably weigh about 175.
161.
161. And what are you? 5'10"?
5'10 and a half.
161. So you're probably no body fat.
Oh, I have a little bit in the rim here.
Yeah, I got more than that.
My legs, my
goddamn
arms
jowls.
are thin. My arms are thin. I used to have jowls. I don't have jowls.
I have more chins than
How
that.
old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I said I'll be 50 in October.
Oh my God, 50. That was a turning point age. I didn't like 50.
Why? What happened then?
I just didn't like turning 50.
It's an odd number.
They
huh?
threw a little party for me, and George Will was there, and Bob Costas, and I got in my car to go to work, turned on the radio, and the first thing I heard was, over 50, join AARP.
Oh my God! Is that
And,
the number is?
Yeah, 50. And I hit the button to go to another station, and the guy said, you ride Metro, over 50, 1/3 off.
Oh my God!
2 over 50s in a row.
That would freak me out.
I didn't like that.
I seen one time I was watching the TV, and you remember the $6 million man? You remember that fellow?
Of course.
Worth $6 million. He had so much stuff. Anyways, this is years later now. The show's been off the air. Now he's on the TV for a hearing aid. He's like, it's called the bionic ear. It's not the real bionic ear like in the show where you can hear a guy in Paris talking. It's just and he's like, I can't hear too good. You're like, oh.
You get older now.
I know, but you don't have to do them commercials.
Aging is a bitch.
What about them commercials where the guy's literally selling you death? You ever see those?
Oh,
Guys
yeah.
like, did you ever, you're going to die soon and you didn't get your stuff together?
That's the one thing I fear is dying.
Man, that haunts me.
Because the thought of not existing, it's like, you know
Really?
what the new thing they call it is? Dirt nap.
Good God, Larry.
That's what they call it, a dirt nap.
You would not say that on Hulu.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I'd say it here.
But look, can I calm your fears about death?
Yeah, please.
You
Be
and,
serious. Are you being
I'm
serious?
being completely serious. Because I used to be, as he knows, obsessed with it.
Oh, yeah,
And I would
currently,
ruminate
yeah.
it all night on it. And then I came to a realization that you and death will never intersect. As long as you're here, death is not. As long as death is there, you are not.
Yeah, but since you know it's coming.
Oh, but you don't want that. You want to go.
But knowledge, I have the knowledge. I can't take away the knowledge that it's coming. I don't believe I'm going anywhere.
You don't?
Do not believe in a higher power looking down on me. I see too much. I've interviewed too many religious leaders, too many people who I've never got the answer to the one question, which is why? Why Connecticut children? Why? Why a bomber in Boston? Because if there is a God,
Yeah.
he's omnipotent.
Yes.
If he's omnipotent, he could prevent it.
Yes.
Why didn't he prevent it?
I don't know, man, but you
I
got to
don't
stop
get in.
hanging out in that hot tub with Bill Maher all the time and get some. It sounds like you got a God-shaped hole in your heart.
What the hell are you talking about? I agree with Bill Maher on religion, and I'm married to a very religious woman. My wife is a devout Mormon,
Yeah.
so we don't discuss religion in the house because I think organized religion is
No, I agree with you.
cause more
Organized.
problems.
But come on, don't you want to live forever?
You bet.
Don't you want to cross that river?
Yeah, I
Don't you
wanna.
want to kiss tomorrow now?
Do you believe you go somewhere?
Sure.
Where do you go?
Well, first they put you in a big black car. And by golly, everybody's dressed in their best Sunday go-to-meeting clothes.
The best was Mel Brooks as the 2,000-year-old man. Still the funniest comedy
Yeah,
album
man.
ever made. When he says to him, how'd you live 2,000 years? He says, well, once, I was 400 years old, and I got a tip that the angel of death was coming. And what I did was, I ate a whole clove of garlic, and I got under the covers, and the angel of death tapped me on the shoulder. I turned around and said, who is it? And he went away for 300 years. Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks is amazing. He's doing the show next week.
Is he?
Yeah.
There's nobody funnier.
Wait, what show?
I've interviewed, he's doing your show
Yeah,
here? I've interviewed every funny person in the world. You're very funny.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
Am I second?
Because Mel Brooks is a freaking genius. I had him on my show the night Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. Right?
Allegedly.
He's on my radio show. The night Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. So I said to him, you want to play the 2,000-year-old man? He says, okay. I said, okay, my guess is the 2,000-year-old man tonight. Man has landed on the moon. What do you think of that? And out of nowhere, he says, I love the moon. The moon, in my whole life, 2,000 years, is my favorite thing is the moon. I said, why? He says, because for 400 years, I thought I had a cataract. And one day this guy named Irving said, "Isn't the moon beautiful tonight?" I said, "The what?"
Irving.
No, that's funny. Mel, is he really coming here?
Yeah.
Well, you get ready.
Yeah, that
You know
guy's
Mel,
great.
don't you?
Oh my God.
There's nobody like him.
Well, what about this? I loved Liberace, but with all due respect, man, if you kicked that guy in the ass, 100 cocks would fall out. Now, this is not what I do on Hulu.
No, you wouldn't do that.
No. Because I have respect for Carlos Thin. How much money does he have?
I don't know. It's mostly tied up in iron.
Now, I wonder where a guy named Carlos Thin from Mexico made all his money.
He made it in telecommunications. He owns the Mexican phone system.
Oh, yeah.
And in cell phones. And then he branched out. He owns Saks Fifth Avenue. He bought Apple at 20.
What?
He bought
He owns Apple?
No, he
No, he
bought
bought-
Apple at 20.
he bought $20 a share.
Oh, got it.
I don't know how many shares he bought, but it's selling for $4.50. So
Oh, wow.
do it yourself. He owns Saks Fifth Avenue. He owns part of the New York Times. But he's in a lot of things. Mining. He's got mines.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of businesses. He's a wonderful man. He's a devoted family man. He's a humble kind of guy.
And yet bloodthirsty.
I guess you got to be a little
bit to
to
rise that
acquire.
high.
Yeah. He's 76
76 years old?
billion dollars. And he's 73.
That's not too old.
I'm 79.
You're 79?
I don't look it, do I?
No, because my mother's 79, and
She looks old.
maybe that's the way it is with ladies and men.
But
There
you
was a
told
movie, do you
me that-
remember About Schmidt? Do you remember that movie?
Sure, I love that.
And there was, it opened.
Jack Nicholson.
It opened with Nicholson lying, Nicholson, who I guess was about 70 at the time, lying beside a regular-looking 70-year-old woman, and it was the funniest thing ever, because he would never be with his
That's
actual.
when Sinatra told me I got to interview Sinatra. I did the last interview with Sinatra. Got to
Gleason
know.
set that up, right?
Yeah, he did.
That's cool.
Know him pretty well.
How
I
do you
said
know such a
when Sinatra was dating Mia Farrow. I said to him, "What are you're dating such a young girl?" So he was like 60 then.
Yeah.
I said, "You want me with a 60-year-old woman?" Frank Sinatra, you want to see Frank Sinatra with a 60?
Yeah, that's a good point. He would not be as cool out there.
Oh, Frank
when
was-
they cut to his old bag of a wife.
Frank was if he liked you, you didn't have a better friend.
Yeah,
If he didn't like you,
like Rickles would
Oh.
say, you'd be in a meat hook up
you
your
got,
ass.
you got an aunt in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, but he was something.
So you knew the mob guys. You were in Miami.
I knew a lot of them. I knew the famous Jewish
Meyer Lansky.
Meyer Lansky.
yeah.
Meyer Lansky. Quick Meyer Lansky show. I know we got to go.
Yeah.
We do have to go, right? Yeah,
Yes,
time out.
yes.
Meyer Lansky. I'm sitting.
I don't
in
think
a-
we have to go.
I go to a restaurant
thought
called.
Larry had
I go
to
to a
go.
restaurant called the Forge in Miami, and I go to the bathroom, and I come out, and the maitre d' grabs me. He says, "You know who's sitting next to you? Meyer Lansky." Now, any little Jewish boy, you kind of worship Meyer Lansky because he fought against the odds, and he was a criminal. Skimming in Vegas, he invented skimming, Murder Incorporated. Meyer Lansky, little Jewish guy.
Of course you would.
He's sitting with another
That would
guy.
be your hero.
He's sitting with Jimmy Blue Eyes, who was Meyer's killer. Meyer never killed anyone, Jimmy Blue Eyes. They're both sitting there with their wives. I sit down, and I'm here, and Meyer's at this table. And he leans over and grabs my jacket. He goes like this. And I lean over to him, and he goes, "You're making $1? You're making $1?" Then I'm hearing them talk. It's Meyer Lansky and Jimmy Blue Eyes, two of the mafia kingpins with their wives. Here's the conversation. "Jimmy, why don't you, this is in Miami, why don't you move here? Why do you stay in New York? It's 24 degrees. I don't know, Meyer. All my friends are in New York. Hey, come down here." And Meyer's wife said, "I'm going to Neiman Marcus tomorrow." Go to Neiman Marcus. Sound like two haberdashers.
Yeah.
These are great killers.
Unbelievable. So when you looked at him, you would not see dead eyes or anything. There was nothing to
Except Jimmy
to
Blue Eyes
betray.
had beautiful blue eyes.
Jimmy Blue Eyes? Are you going to hold my hand again? When
Norm,
you got to go.
this has been one of the great moments in my life. And as Don Rickles would say, this made my career.
No, it's great. You dressed up.
I was taping all day.
Oh, I thought you dressed up.
I
for
did the
show.
Milken conference, the big Michael Milken conference.
Michael Milken.
I interviewed Carlos Slim, and then I interviewed him for my own show.
God, I'd like to meet that Carlos Slim. You think that could happen?
Yeah.
Could you make
He's
that
in
happen?
town. Go over to the Beverly Hilton tonight, and he'll be there watching Paul Anka sing.
Paul Anka?
Remember him?
Sure.
Do I remember Paul Anka?
Yeah, he's still around.
Didn't Paul Anka sing?
My Way.
He wrote My Way. You know, he stole it from a French guy. That's what I read.
Yeah, with the music. He didn't steal it.
No,
he
not
wrote the
steal it.
lyrics.
I shouldn't say steal it. He wrote the lyrics.
Now the end is near.
Yeah.
And as I
The greatest
face
lyrics
the
ever
final curtain.
You must be terrified when you hear that song.
No, I don't like that song. But you don't care, because death don't meet life.
Yeah, death don't meet life. That's a better way to put it. Death don't meet life. I was trying to be all.
Someone told me once, you shouldn't fear death because last night, did you sleep? Yeah, you could have died. Yeah, what if you went to sleep last night and you didn't get up? You wouldn't know it.
It does suck that you sleep a third of your life.
Well,
Huh?
I don't like sleeping. I wish I didn't have to sleep. I'm not a person who, when it's 6 o'clock in the morning, I get up. I don't like lying around in
I
bed.
can't do that. That's amazing.
I don't like sleep.
That's why I'm saying you live in a good time, because you can keep doing things. I keep saying it's like the Champions Tour. You can go to Hulu, and then you can go to anywhere you want. You can just keep working. Forget CNN, right? Everybody else has.
Norm, this has been a pleasure. Adam,
I
say hello to
thank you
Eve.
enough for being
Yeah.
here.
Say hello to Eve.
I sure will.
Say hello to Steve, you mean?
Oh, he's gay?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it.
I don't say there's anything wrong. Just tell me if he is.
I'm not.
He is.
You want to read a joke?
Yeah, man. Who wrote these jokes?
We can't say.
I'd like to do something about a film or something. Oh, good.
How do you know that fact? How do you know that fact?
glanced and saw.
I was
What are
just,
you?
I'm a good cheater.
Now you
want
can
me to start?
you can change that joke, because I think it should be changed a little. You know what I'm saying?
Where's the camera?
Where is your camera?
Fast and Furious 6 opens next week. The cast is getting a little older. It's less fast and furious and more like brisk and peeved.
Here, Adam, do a joke.
All right. A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell "Down, Syndrome."
Don't laugh at that.
It's not.
I apologize.
I mean, yeah.
That's like
It was a little insensitive, I guess.
Guess so. I've never gotten a decent explanation as to how Popeye the Sailor Man lost his eye. Yeah, this seems like a good one. No, this doesn't seem like a good. This one seems like, to me, a good Kevin Nealon joke.
This reminds me of going through jokes for Weekend Update.
Yeah, right.
Before you
fun.
get all the faxes sent in to you. In my opinion, if we're going to fight the war on terror, a good place to start would be our country's haunted houses.
I feel that could be in your act almost.
Any of these could be in my act, and they will be.
You know, one time, this was when I was a kid. That joke reminds me of that. But when I was a kid, I went to the haunted house at the state fair, and my dad did not want to pay the 50 cents to get in to the haunted house. And it was like this trailer with ghosts and stuff. And my dad goes, "That's no goddamn haunted house." So I'm like, "Sure it is." He goes, "No, it's not. It's got wheels on it. It drives around. The ghosts will come right out." It was like ruined it for us. Whatever.
Whose turn it is?
Whose turn is it?
Yeah.
Norm.
Yours?
I just read one.
I like your jokes, though.
Like my joke. ZZ Top saying that every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man, but you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
It's funny and true.
That one was written for yours. That was
no,
more
no.
your cadence right there.
No.
But you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
What about this one?
Movie star and award-winning director Ben Affleck has vowed to live for one day on $1.50, or as Adam Egget calls it, a raise.
He did the joke and you were the punchline.
Yeah, I'm broke. In England, a woman was arrested for throwing a birthday party for her 16-year-old son that included marijuana, alcohol, and strippers. Now she's got even bigger problems. What to do for his 17th birthday?
Whatever. Oh, horses must love that they're the go-to animals when saying a guy has a huge cock. I bet giraffes have huge cocks, I'm sure of it. But let's face it, Kevin, no one's ever going to say, that guy is hung like a giraffe, unless his cock is yellow and has brown spots on it. In which case, who cares how big his fucking cock is? He has weeks to live.
Can you take these jokes and put them in your act?
What?
Can you take these and put these in your act?
Sure, but I'm not going to. But here is I think this is a perfect Kevin Nealon joke.
Tomorrow is National Secretary's Day.
Which is true.
Is that right? I plan on getting my secretary the same thing I always do. A big fat goosing.
Because but you can imagine Kevin having a secretary and goosing her, right?
No.
Kind of, right?
He's a no. I don't
but
think
like
he would
he's
do-
an old
maybe in the
timey guy.
50s. Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I
sure,
mean.
Sure.
I don't even know what goosing means.
Oh, you
Is
know?
a goose going? Is like?
I think it's like.
Oh, you don't know what goosing means?
Is it like grabbing them? Or
Yeah, yeah.
No, like
thumbing them.
yeah. Everything that they do to women's asses didn't. It didn't seem like it would make the girl like you, like pinching her ass.
Yeah.
Like, why would she like that? Remember the good old days back when MILF stood for mentally ill ladies I'd like to fuck? That's not right. There you
Do you have a writing staff?
go. Oh, yeah.
You do?
We have Steve O'Donnell.
Steve, these are really good.
There's going to be a Broadway musical based on the movie Rocky. I don't know if you guys heard about this. In the Broadway musical version of the show, after Rocky climbs the steps of the art museum, he goes inside and spends 2 hours looking at paintings.
I know, god damn.
Goes inside and looks at what? Paintings?
He looks at paintings.
I like
for
that.
2
That's a good one.
hours.
You know what he always says? Long-windedness is the...
Huh?
Shortest way to your heart.
What is it? The soul of wit. Oh, here's a good one.
Yeah, that joke was a bit wordy.
Do you have any other color jokes? I mean, these just blue and yellow.
Did you just say, do we have any other colored jokes?
I knew you were going to say that.
Fucking Jimmy the Greek over here. I don't want to...
Jimmy the Greek.
How about Jimmy the Greek gets kicked out for being a racist? Meanwhile, they call him the Greek. On TV. All right.
Tim Tebow's time in New York wasn't a total loss. He had a monument built to him in Central Park. A bench.
This, to me, is the quintessential Kevin
Kevin
Nealon
Nealon
joke.
joke.
To me.
Oh, I'd like to see what you think is my quintessentialness. Catherine Zeta-Jones has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Half the time she's Zeta, the other half she's Jones.
Should we keep doing jokes? A new tabloid rumor, 205-pound Kim Kardashian.
How much?
200.
Is that an estimate, or did they
5
really get her
pounds.
on a scale? Somebody got her on a scale.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. She
Good
gained a lot of
question.
weight, for sure.
But she might be getting paid to gain weight. This is amazing. By some weight loss program or reality show that will then get her to lose weight. Anyways.
You
I
think
have
like
a-
The Biggest Loser?
Something like that, yeah. I have a similar deal. I have only I pay them. And by them, I mean Zankou chicken. And in exchange, they give me some Zankou chicken. But you know what? I was on Roseanne, right? And Roseanne, I was writing on the Roseanne show. So Roseanne, they came to one of these people. One of these Nutrisystem or whatever they
Yeah.
call it, right? And they said, you got to lose weight and we'll give you all this money. So Roseanne did the thing for like 2 days, and then she's like, fuck this, I want to eat.
2 days.
So then she's like, I'm not giving the money back. And then they said, no, you got to give the money back. And then Roseanne said, I'm not giving the money back, and if I do give the money back, I'll tell everybody that I did your thing and it didn't work. So she got to keep the money.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I was on her talk show
smart
once.
cookie. Oh,
Probably
God.
when you were writing on it.
On the talk show?
Yeah. Remember she had a talk show?
Yeah, I didn't write on the
Oh,
talk
you
show.
were on the Roseanne show.
But I was on the talk show. That was
Me
insane.
too. So I'm a guest on there, and now it's time to introduce the next guest. And she says, okay, this next guy coming out, he's a great actor. He was in risky business. He was done all kinds of stuff. I just love him. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Pantaleone. And he comes out, and as he's walking across the stage toward the desk, she goes, "Oh, I know who he is. I know him."
You were on SNL 9 years, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I
Man.
just guessed that. Is that true?
Yeah. But you know, with that kind of show, you know, it's you have to pace yourself. It's like prison.
Yeah.
You really can't get too ambitious right off the bat. You got to just sit back and watch, and kind of look for your openings.
Schneider told me that. He said, "Don't try
That's
to be in
funny.
every sketch." That's funny. No, he did.
You think that people try to be in every sketch?
There's no point in being in a sketch in a little tiny role, like, right?
You did a great Burt Reynolds.
What?
Remember that? Remember when you did Burt Reynolds?
Oh yeah.
Remember when you?
Who was your favorite impression? You know what my favorite impression that you did was? When Sam Donaldson was on the chair.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved you as the audience member in the Phil Hartman's Donahue sketch when the women, they were like battered wives or something similar to that.
Were you in the? Thank you. Were you in the Star Trek thing with William Shatner?
No, that was before me.
Oh, before you.
I would have loved to do that. But you know, I was the first thing I was ever in, because I was in when you start out, well, you probably started out as a cast member, but I was
No, I didn't. I was a feature player.
So feature player, you should explain to the folks at home, it's kind of a writer, and then sometimes he gets to perform, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
nobody really knows him or anything. But I was living at that Symphony House, the same place Sandler lived, at 56th and 8th, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He had the best place of all, the best apartment.
Oh, yeah.
This guy here. But anyways,
Helmsley Palace.
amazing.
It sounds
man.
amazing.
Yeah, it's nice.
He doesn't know that. So, anyways, I had been in so I would always go down with Sandler and we'd walk to SNL, right? But I was never on the show. So there was this doorman. He'd go, "Hey," everybody knew Sandler. He says, "Hey, Adam." And Adam would go, "Hey, you got to know Normie here. Norm's on the show." And the guy would go, "Okay," you know, but the doorman didn't know me because I'd never been on the show. So finally, I was on one episode that Herlihy wrote. And it was a talk show, a Ricky Lake show. And I played a guy that was an impressionist, supposed to be famous impressionists, celebrity impressionists.
Yeah.
The idea of the show was celebrity impressionists. And my particular joke was I was supposed to be Chekhov from Star Trek, but I didn't do the voice good. You know?
Yeah.
So that was the joke. So my only line in the sketch was, "Beam me up, Scotty." He comes, Ricky Lake, he lets here, and I go, "Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty." But I didn't do the voice. So that was the sketch. So anyways, the doorman sees this. So now he can put a name, he can put a thing.
Yeah.
So every day I go out now with Sandler. It's, "Hey, Sandler. Hey, beam me up, Scotty. How you doing, beam me up, Scotty?" So every fucking day I go out, the guy's like, "Beam me up, Scotty." And then he's introducing me to people. So one time, there's another guy there. He goes, "You know who this fucking guy is?" And the guy goes, "I don't know who the fuck he is." He goes, "It's fucking Beam Me Up Scotty." He goes, "Do it for him." So I go, "Beam me up, Scotty." He goes, "Beam me up, Scotty, you motherfucker."
This joke, I couldn't help looking at it while you were telling me that
read
story.
it. Read that joke.
This is so your style right here.
What?
The writers, whoever they are, they're writing. They know how to write for you. Just read that one. This is so
Cats
good.
and paraplegics have a lot in common. For starters, neither appreciates going into your pool.
No, you didn't read it right. Neither appreciates being tossed in your neighbor's pool.
Yeah, they deserve a raise. This sounds like a joke you would do.
They say there's no people like show people, but now scientists have found show people are genetically linked to the Laplanders and the Finns. That's a good one. I give that an A.
More
It's
jokes,
already on
man.
there.
Let's just talk.
I know. What's going on?
Goddamn bunch of fucking jokes. Jokes went out in the old days when Lenny Bruce showed up. You ever care for that guy? I fucking people, you gotta listen to Lenny Bruce. So I get an album. I can't sit through the motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Then Bill Hicks. You probably work with that fucking guy.
I did work with him
You
once.
gotta see Bill Hicks. So I go on YouTube. 2 hours, I don't laugh.
Is there anybody that somebody recommended to you that you thought this guy's funny?
Brian Regan. Do you
He is
see
funny,
him?
yeah.
God damn, that guy's funny.
He's funny.
And Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg,
A
funny.
lot of the new guys, you know. I mean, just those two.
The new guys.
I guess they're not new, they're dead. Oh. No, Brian's not dead.
They're
No.
newly dead,
He's doing very good. But Mitch Hedberg is dead.
Yeah.
allegedly.
Are you like a conspiracy theorist?
No. I don't believe in ghosts, or I believe everything the way I see it.
The only thing I have trouble
It is
with,
what it is.
I believe there's a lot of evidence that man never landed on the sun.
So Norm, what do you do now? I haven't seen you.
I
in a
know,
while.
that's what
do you
everybody's
do? I mean, are
asking.
you like? Do you hang? Who do you hang out with?
This is what I do. I phone my money manager and I go,
You have a
can't
money manager?
Yeah. And it's my biggest expense.
So you pay commissions for managers and agents? You
I
have a
pay
money
no
manager?
commissions. I have a new thing. I pay no commissions to managers, agents, or lawyers.
Why?
I don't work.
Oh, okay. But so
Like
why
this
a money
pays
manager?
zero.
You're wasting your money on a money manager.
Yeah. My money manager is my biggest expense.
You have a publicist?
Do you have a money manager?
No.
I don't have a publicist, no. I got a, when I first came to LA, I go, I'll get a publicist. And they said, you can't, you're not famous. So that I found.
So okay, so when you hang out in LA, do you go to a restaurant and meet friends in the morning? You stay home.
I live in my
You
apartment.
watch a lot of sports. I know that.
Yeah, I watch a lot of sports. I live in my
I
apartment.
love. Oh, I love your Twitters on the
Oh, on
tournaments.
golf? Yes,
Oh,
I love golf.
that is really good.
So I love golf.
Should
and
try to make some money off of that.
We should
somehow.
play golf.
I've gotten really good.
You have?
Yeah,
What do you shoot?
I'm like an 8 handicap now.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
You improved that much?
yeah.
You improved like 10 strokes.
I went to Golf Tech. and
Is
took
that where you hit
lessons
it
there.
into a
The
sheet?
net.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've been studying there. Not with the actual clubs, but just with books and stuff.
Yeah. Because it's all up here.
Yeah.
They say that between here. Hey, you want to read a joke?
Yeah, is it that one?
Yeah, no. Those aren't professional jokes like
Yeah,
that.
funny that shit up.
You want me to read this?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
This is where we read jokes.
I had a feeling. Okay. Despite all the advances in veterinary medicine and racing technology, the Kentucky Derby record set by Secretariat 40 years ago still stands. The reason?
Still stands.
Yeah.
What is the reason?
Today's horses are total pussies.
Oh. What about this one?
Ja Rule's taxes are just like his music. No one can remember the last time he released anything.
No, it's not. That's just a sad observation.
Yeah.
But I.
Well, listen to this. Catherine Zeta-Jones admitted she is bipolar half the time. She's deliriously happy, and the other time she has to suck an old man's cock. That's dirty. Come on, man. Let's be. This is neither dirty nor clean. It's more like a.
Okay. If tampons are called sanitary napkins, how unsanitary must regular napkins be?
Can you see like George Carlin doing that or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look at this one.
Scientists have found a submerged mass of granite off the coast of South America that they're calling the Brazilian Atlantis. Damn it! I want to be called the Brazilian Atlantis.
Once again, just a sad observation.
Why would I even want to be called the Brazilian?
Hey, what about this? Michigan man Curtis Peterson received a 15-year prison sentence. I don't want to do that. Oh, this is a kind of an odd one.
as opposed to the straight ahead.
I have more faith in you than in Adam.
Really? Okay. Oh, well.
No, that makes sense. I mean,
Crews in Ohio dismantled a tavern wall in search of Jimmy Hoffa's body, and sure enough, they found the inside of a tavern wall.
Yeah.
So there was.
I felt bad for giving him that one.
You have to put in the extra.
It's a true story, actually. I once missed a day of cosmetology school, and later I had to make a makeup class.
Wow. Did you ad-lib that? That's a true story.
No, yeah.
And it said, help save it.
It's funny
I
that,
don't think
that
it's-
the expression came about. It's a true story because it's always a not.
Right.
It's always
Yeah.
not a true
Yeah,
story.
right.
It is. You're
Like
protesting.
nobody ever goes, hey, I got a hooker last night and I paid money for in exchange for sex. True story.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? The Dalai Lama said that killing in the name of religion is unthinkable. Hey, thanks, Dalai Lama. I'm sure everybody will fucking listen to you. No one listens to the Dalai
No,
Lama.
no one. He doesn't have a wide.
Like the head of another church is going
Right.
to listen to the Dalai Lama. Oh, whatever. Everybody's good. Oh, what about this one? You'll like this one, Simon.
Yesterday was Bring Your Daughter to Work Day, which was awkward for Adam Egget. Do you know how hard it is to fuck a whore with her kid on the edge of the bed playing Nintendo? I mean, that is a hard job.
I mean, whatever.
No, but seriously.
No, yeah, it's fine.
You set yourself up for it. You live that kind of fucking lifestyle, man. There you go.
I like hotels. They make your bed, make your dinner, send housekeepers up to watch you masturbate. It's a dream.
Oh, come on, man. The parents of Honey Boo Boo are getting married this week. I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds fucking retarded. What? Oh, this is a kind of a cool one. I think this is kind of a cool joke.
Yeah.
Simon Helberg. Cool.
Recent studies show fish can communicate with each other using subtle physical gestures. One of their most common messages, let's leave this party early. I don't know, what is that?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a subtle. It's fucking his joke.
Let's leave this party. Do fish?
No, like a subtle message. So it's like, you know.
Oh.
Is that what it is? Like, yeah. Let's. Oh
This is
yeah,
the
yeah.
guilt.
It's not speaking. So it's like,
Should I not have
let's
spoke that part
leave-
then?
You had to speak it.
I had to
though.
speak it for the joke, but
Let's
you wanted
leave
more
this
of like
party early.
You did it perfect.
you wanted this little thing.
What about this
I
one?
can't believe
man?
I'm really trying to get into that.
I assume anyone smiling is on meth.
Period.
That's it.
I don't know that. But
mean,
do you
it's
watch
just-
Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
That's pretty good.
Oh,
You seen it all the way through?
I haven't. I'm a
Oh, you
little
haven't?
behind. I'm a little behind.
It's interesting that people are at different levels of everything now.
Yeah.
It's
'cause-
okay, you can't. You can only do that today. You couldn't do that 5 years ago.
What's
With
that?
Netflix, you know, to be behind. It's like you missed a show. Guess what? You're not watching it until
Yeah,
it comes
right,
on
right.
Nick
They
at
release-
night in a few years.
Yeah,
In the
House
old
of
days.
Cards is
Yeah,
all
before that, they didn't even have TVs.
before
True.
TVs. You
Yeah,
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
You're saying before TVs?
Yeah, nobody
there
talked
were
about
no
Bryan
TVs.
Cranston.
I don't know. That's debatable. I think.
According to a new survey, Robin Roberts is America's most trusted news anchor. America's. No. This is a super funny joke.
Okay, I'm excited.
According to a new survey, Robin Roberts, do you know who she is? She had myodysplasia.
Yeah, my own.
According to a new survey, Robin Roberts is America's most trusted news anchor. And America's least trusted news anchor? Matt Lyer.
Wow. It's a very Dickensian
It is.
joke. I like that.
Matt Lyer.
It's like a Sesame Street. It's either Sesame Street or Dickensian. I don't know which one.
But you know there's a Matt Lauer.
Yes.
There we are. No, I
It's very funny,
I did
very,
put
very
that
funny.
together.
All right, here's one.
A man who jumped off the 86th floor of the Empire State Building survived for
that's good
7
news.
seconds.
I fucked that all
That's
out.
okay. I fucked it. We're not used to.
Yeah, that's not a very good
But
joke.
it was-
Sounds
he
like
sur-
an Adam Egget joke.
Yeah, it does actually say by Adam Egget. Copyright too.
I
Sorry for that.
This is a
Just
good one.
trying my best.
Ariel Castro. This is
Yeah.
fresh from the.
No, this
from
is very.
the-
Yeah,
headlines.
this is
Yeah, fresh ripped from the
No,
headlines.
I don't know
topical.
from that
It's a
paper,
topical
but-
joke.
Ripped from the headlines of the newspaper.
Oh,
Jesus.
You almost
Oh.
ripped me in half, but
No,
you didn't
it's
because
perfect.
that's like it was planned that way.
Ariel Castro, the Cleveland kidnapper and rapist, must have had a very difficult upbringing. His last name's the same as a ruthless dictator, and his first name's the same as an adorable little red-haired mermaid.
Red
Mermaid.
hair.
It's mermaid.
There was a
but-
lot of error along the way to the
Yeah.
bottom. A lot of stumbles down the road.
Sorry, Steve.
Oh yeah.
But I
'cause-
get it though. I mean, yeah.
Right.
I think it's
Yeah,
implying
Little
that
Mermaid. Yeah. So it's just.
It is time for the last joke.
Oh, good.
Ready?
Thank God.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive. This is a study that took place at the University of. Yeah, I'll do it another week. It's such a funny joke.
another week.
Well, it's such a funny
All right,
joke.
I don't. Yeah.
No, I'll say it.
All right.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive than men without beards. More great work from the University of Bob Seeger. I never laugh if I only that. But so I wrecked it all this week. It's because Simon has eyes. His eyes are very seductive.
I've noticed that. Yes.
Somebody, I did something today where the interviewer told me that I had really pretty eyeballs, which takes away
Jesus.
from the
Eyeballs?
It takes away from any sort of
Yeah.
there's
It's like saying a nice head.
yeah. Well,
It's like a compliment by
nice
Gacy.
head is it can go both ways, but eyeballs it doesn't have the same ring. It's
No.
saying you have really beautiful bedroom eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I got the message.
His girlfriend is a wonderful kitchen butt. Remember Ruth?
Yeah.
Dr. Ruth?
Nah, he went out with this big fat hog named Ruth. I listen, it's not sexist in any way. It's not sexist.
No,
in
no.
any way.
The
The whole family. The whole family.
Ruth's family? Or
Oh
his?
my God! They may as well live in a sty
Okay.
because not only, I mean, they were obese, the whole family,
Sure.
but they were filthy. Like they
Like
didn't.
pigs.
Like pigs, they would eat, and then the food would fall on them. And it always, the father, I remember, like his gut was way up. And you know the fucking, and the skinny arms like a
He would just eat
pterodactyl.
off of his
yeah,
own gut?
all the time. Yeah. Mwah, mwah. And then a big fat Ruth there with this fucking guy. And she'd always sit on his knee. He'd whatever. I don't even want to get into
This is
it.
when you were drinking heavily.
I mean, it's just rude.
No, I know. I mean, I'm not saying that her. Listen, people have girth issues.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it was
That's the
inherent.
PC
I mean, it was just.
version.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be.
Girth issues.
Yeah.
It was.
yeah.
Yeah. It was Jean's issue. I mean, I don't think she could really help it.
Oh yeah, no, it was all genetic.
Her genes were not flattering.
Her genes caused her to buy a lot of fucking pastry. I'll tell you that. No, but she was a nice lady, you know.
Yeah, really nice lady.
But spiteful.
Really? She
Spiteful.
sounds great.
Yeah.
She was nice. She was nice, but she was horribly spiteful and
she
horribly
had,
obese.
Yeah, she was mostly known for her spite. Like if you got to know her,
No.
yeah. if
You have
got
to be
know
really
her-
spiteful to have that be your-
Absolutely. I knew her for 3 months. I didn't even see a fat person anymore.
just pure spite.
Spite.
That's a compliment to some fat people, though.
I guess.
Had you said that to her, I don't even see fat when I'm around you anymore. I just
Yeah.
see spite.
No, she was. One
Well,
time I
she
tried
helped
to.
me through a dark time.
Yeah. One time I tried to drive her around her and I ran out of gas. I don't want to say she was spiteful, but
she could be watching, man.
I don't want to say she was spiteful, but one time she got on the scale and said, please, one at a time. I mean, this lady was spiteful.
She was a big girl.
That's
I get it.
spite. Why was she spiteful in that analogy, getting on the scale?
Well,
The scale was spiteful in that.
well, that's true.
Maybe it's the scale that was.
One time, she was so spiteful, she was swimming in the ocean. A helicopter fucking radioed down for landing instructions. I mean, she was a little spiteful.
Now it's just
God
a
bless
euphemism.
Ruth. God bless Ruth. God bless Ruth. She was named after the biblical figure Ruth, which covers both of our religions.
Thank
the
you.
Book of Ruth was in the Old Testament.
The Book of Ruth? Is that really a book?
You're not familiar with the Book of Ruth?
No.
Do you know the Book of Ruth?
No, but every time you talk about Ruth, you always refer to the chapter of Jonah.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
The whale.
Yeah, that's my little joke. And it's not a whale, it's a big fish.
Jonah?
Yeah, it wasn't really a whale. It was referred to as a big fish, and then people thought
That's less
whale.
offensive.
I don't even think a whale's a fish, is it, Steve O'Donnell?
It's a mammal.
It's a mammal.
Yeah.
What is a mammal? What's a seal?
It's not mutually exclusive. I mean, you
Like,
can be a
seal
whale
has to
and a
breathe air, right?
Yeah.
So it always has to like have
It's
its
a
mouth
mammal.
near the ocean. Like, what happens in the ocean?
What happens to us in the ocean?
We drown and die.
That if you do it wrong, if you think you're not a mammal.
But a seal, though, does it just hang around the? How does it get up? How do they get up on those buoys?
It's a shimmy.
They're shimmy. They must be just
Yeah.
pure muscle, the way Ruth's pure spite.
Yeah.
All right.
Pure blubber.
Okay, you know.
No, what? He's going out with a nice girl now, though.
No, she dumped me.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, she dumped. A confidence man sold him an apartment, rented him an apartment.
A confidence.
Only last man.
Man?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
a
didn't go
paper
well.
moon, you know, like that
Oh,
kind of a guy.
Yeah, I got paper mooned.
He got paper
I
moon.
think it was by
about
one of the
that.
guys that used to give you shit in your karate class. This big fucking Russian guy.
Oh, easy for
All right, it was a Russian guy.
Not all.
We've torn down the wall, Mr. Gorbachev, a long time ago.
My family comes from Russia. They're Russian Jews.
Russian at Jews is more like it. One of the biggest anti-Semites I've ever met.
Russian away from
I had a
Jews.
bar mitzvah.
What?
I had a bar mitzvah, Norm.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
Wait, are you Jewish?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding. I love the Jewish people. No, I didn't know you had a bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you turn 13 and they cut
Yeah.
part of your cock off.
No.
What is it again?
No.
You cut your
no.
own cock off.
Wait, hold on. Are you
in front
Jewish?
of all your grandparents and am I? Yeah, I am. I had.
What kind of bar mitzvah did you have?
It was the most cutting edge. You know what I mean? Literally.
Well, we should explain to the folks at home what a bar mitzvah is.
Yeah.
Right?
Since the internet's come around, there's not
So it's
enough.
when a Jewish boy becomes a man.
When he becomes a man at the age of 13.
Age of 13.
Mine was the night of the Northridge earthquake.
Oh,
No,
Christ.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
94?
Yeah. So when I become a man, that was my big line after that. When I
What the-
become a man, I become a man. The earth.
The very night.
That was the thing.
That's amazing. Wait a minute, but it happened in the...
It happened right after right as I finished opening all my money and said, I'm never going back to Hebrew school again. I don't believe in God. The entire earth shook. So that felt condemning. But yeah, and then...
Now, you say that as a joke, but what did it?
Did
Did it feel more than
did I feel like he
coincidental?
was- that would make me sort of like a narcissist, right? If
I guess it
really-
would,
If I
yeah.
thought that God shook the entire
yeah,
earth
yeah.
because I opened money.
Yeah, that's
renounced
I
him.
guess. But I feel like
But yes, to
that.
answer your question,
Because I do feel like that.
you think it was me? I was punished? But
No, about like things that happened in my own life. I always think like it was because I did something.
yeah.
Like what?
Like I felt like you remember 9/11?
Yeah,
Which
it
one?
rings a bell. Yeah, which one?
The one in 1911?
The one that where the
plane.
Where they took down the towers?
Yeah, all the stories came crashing down. You know, a lot like when we tried to write on the Norm Show. We couldn't. We try to write stories and
stories.
they'd all come crashing down.
That's a fair observation.
Come on, it's been 10 years.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And you were the guy that was laughing and joking about it, like only 4 weeks ago when I told you my story about walking ankle deep in blood and bone to try to find.
Well, that's different. That was kind of funny.
I was
Yeah,
in,
that does sound funny.
yeah, right? I was in New York.
Blood
at
and
the
bone
time.
everywhere.
You
I was in New York. It's too you're way too young to remember.
No, I'm still not. I was supposed to be in I was in college, but I stayed.
Oh, you were in college in New York City?
You were at NYU, right?
Yeah, but I stayed. I was home. I took that semester off, and I had a class at the top of the World Trade. No, I didn't.
No.
Everybody says that though.
But you knew people that were there, though,
I knew people that were in New York.
that were in school.
But
Yeah.
everybody has the story of I was supposed to be like Michael Jackson was supposed to be
On one of the planes.
or on the top story, or flying on the plane, landing on the top story. I don't know. He had.
Now,
a major connection.
you met? I heard you met
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
Jackson.
I did meet Michael Jackson.
That's pretty goddamn cool.
Yeah, that is insane. It's quite a story. I can try to condense it for you.
Yeah, I'd love to hear. Yeah.
I when I was in the 8th grade, I had a girlfriend, and everything fell apart later in my life. But I peaked around 8th grade, and I had a really pretty girlfriend. And her father knew Michael Jackson. He ran a studio or something, and they offered us to go out to Neverland for the day. And so we went up there, and it was probably months before the whole lawsuit and everything.
The first one?
Yeah, and in fact, Macaulay Culkin came by, as were all the boys that sued him, and all this insane stuff that I did the whole thing. I met the
Wait, what do you mean
monkey.
the whole thing?
You know what I mean. No, I did not. I didn't even do it with my girlfriend. Why was I going to do it with him? I met Bubbles, and I went in Mac and Mike's theme park. It was a water park that he and Macaulay made themselves. They built basically like what every kid would ever want. Water. It was all built-in water guns at every post, and flood buttons, and all these water balloons, hundreds of them. And we were on teams, and I was on his team, and we won.
You were on Michael Jackson.
I was on Michael Jackson's team, and I remember
You met Michael Jackson.
Oh, I hung out with him for the whole time.
That's
there.
awesome.
And we won, and then we played a game which now, as I recall it, does sort of seem slightly incriminating, but
Go on.
it was called Smoke Tag. We went into a room that was filled with smoke, and we played tag in it, but you couldn't see anybody. So there was a lot of like tag playing, and that was when Macaulay Culkin was there at that point, and it was the 4th of July weekend, and they were having whole fireworks, and Macaulay Culkin sped up in a golf cart with flames on the side and jumped out with like a leather jacket, and he was like a real punk. And when we played this smoke tag, he threw me on the ground, and we started this like feud that continued throughout the evening. And when we ended up in Michael's toy attic, after we watched a movie in his movie theater, including a retrospective of his own life, and then all the little Culkins were doing impressions of him, like hee hee, and he was sitting there just watched the whole retrospective. He at one point leaned over and said like to Macaulay, oh, remind me, I gotta call Toys R Us. We'll close it down and head out there over the weekend.
Close it down.
Yeah, it was like Elvis closed supermarkets or whatever. And then when we were up in this toy attic where he had, at the time, every gaming system that was around in every game, and Macaulay Culkin he was throwing stuff at me, and then he hit me on the head with something, and I said, don't do that again anymore, or I'm gonna. I was a black belt, but this was years later. I had already forgotten. And he did it again, and I threw him against the wall, and I started slamming him against the wall, saying, "I told you not to fucking." And then Michael Jackson came in between us. You can let your mind rest there for a second.
I imagine we think of the bad video.
Yeah, and he parted us, and he put his arm around me, and he was like, sorry, Mac can get a little. Rambunctious, and he's like, so where are you from? And I was like, oh, I live in, Los Angeles. Oh, yeah. He's like, how old are you? And I said, oh, I'm 12. And he said, oh, you Jewish? Which was like, fuck, it still is. I don't know where that segue came from. And I said, I am. He said, oh, you gonna have a Hanukkah? And I said, what? And he said, Hanukkah. You gonna have a Hanukkah? And I was like, I mean, he's like, yeah. I was like, every year I'll have one. I mean, and he's like, yeah, no, when you become a man. And I was like, oh, well, bar mitzvah. He's like, yeah. And I said, yeah. And as soon as I said when I became a man, he shoved me away. I don't like him like that. No, but, and then I spent the night in his life-size dollhouse.
Jesus.
With my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, see, but you got to bring a girl.
I had a girl there.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty amazing.
But it was absolutely the craziest thing. And I grew up. For me, it was that Thriller was that was
Greatest
everything.
album ever. That's probably the craziest thing that'll ever happen to you in your whole life.
I often think that.
Yeah.
I look around a room and I'm like, nobody else here has ever had anything.
Amazing.
I got to go into I did go into his bedroom and I went into his closet, and it's when he would wear the red shirt, black pants, fedora, mirror sunglasses, and his closet, it was like a cartoon. It was literally about 150 red shirts, 150 black pants, 150 fedora. It was like,
that's incredible.
And he had a TV that came out of the ground. I'd never seen anything like it.
That's a pretty goddamn cool story.
That beats the hell out of your story about getting fucked by Dan Fogelberg.
2 times today I've said something
No,
in
Dan
confidence.
Fogelberg's a great guy.
What if I actually got fucked by Dan Fogelberg? You don't have a picture of me getting fucked by Dan Fogelberg? Oh, I met Michael one. Yeah, it's not,
Look at this.
that was me. I met
That's
him.
you.
Yeah, I met him.
And
well,
Rick
that's me on
Dees.
yeah, I was friends with Rick's son, so we saw him the Bad concert at the Coliseum.
Oh.
Way worse story than
Yeah, that.
you got. Macaulay Culkin and Michael Jackson played good cop, bad cop with you, and I
Yeah.
met him backstage at the Coliseum.
And Rick Dees is just there.
Yeah, I'm more excited about Rick in this photo, to be honest.
Rick Dees has exceptional longevity.
Yeah, if you think about it.
Isn't he still?
Yeah, I think he's still doing the top 40
disc
radio.
jockey?
I listened to him growing up.
Yeah.
But he's kind of a joke, right? Or was he not?
I mean, it was a Rorschach picture. Sorry, I saw Michael Jackson's penis. Yeah. I liked Rick Dees.
Did you like him?
I
Did you
did.
like
I
him?
didn't.
Yeah.
I not ironically. As
Yeah,
a kid,
yeah,
I was a
yeah.
kid.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, like, you can. But if you want to make fun of
No,
him,
I didn't know, because I'm not from Canada, and I thought he was always considered like a.
I used to love him coming on the Wally George show. He used to have the Wally George show here in LA. It was kind of like a
You know Wally
precursor to
George?
I don't.
Jerry Springer. Okay, that's
You
fine.
know his daughter,
Oh yeah,
Rebecca
De Mornay.
that's his daughter.
Yeah.
who was in Risky
Risky
Business.
Business,
sure.
Sure.
But he was kind of a. Well, why are we talking about Wally?
I don't know, because Rick D, never mind. I think Daniel said rap, and he's.
But
and
we
now
can't
he's,
rap
he's
talking about Wally
capital-
George.
Yeah, it's not good.
You know what we should rap on?
Disco Duck.
Billy Baldwin story.
Oh yeah, that's
I think
great.
you can hear me.
Yeah, I think you can
That's
too.
something.
We also love Billy Baldwin,
Oh.
and I don't know if there's any kind of cool.
No, we love that
stories.
story.
Yeah, the story of you when you first learned to do the Billy Baldwin impression.
Yeah.
Like we're really bad at like setting it up. As if we're,
Yeah,
You like
clearly.
whispering into. That's
Tell
pretty.
him to set up the Billy Baldwin.
I see that on
But
most
that's one of the
shows.
funniest stories.
Yeah.
Trying
no,
to impress a young girl when he was a young boy.
That's when I peaked very early. Before the Michael Jackson time. I went out with a girl, and we were at her house, and we were watching Sliver,
Oh yeah.
and it was dark, and I put my arm around her, and then she just sat on it, so it hung and fell asleep, and I didn't know how to do anything with girls, but she talked about how she thought that Billy Baldwin was really attractive, and that she said, you almost something, you kind of look like him. And so then I just went home and was like, I need to look like Billy Baldwin because she likes him, and so I just figured out that his face is just always it's just always like,
How does he do that with his face?
Unbelievable.
and he's just, everything he does is just always doesn't move. And so I came back to school and I was like, oh hey, see you there.
Wouldn't it be cool to be able to do that with your face?
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Only you and
It's
Jim
uncanny.
Carrey can do that
Seriously.
with your face.
Well.
Can you do that with a whole bunch of faces, or have you not tried?
That's the most extreme wind-blown
Yeah.
kind of
Because
thing.
Jim Carrey can do that with his
He's,
face.
I mean, that's
But
a,
I haven't seen anybody else be able to
No.
do that with their face before.
I can't at all. Jeff Richards does it a little, but that's unbelievable. That was unreal.
you're very
Yeah.
sweet.
How does it go again?
But it's just, it's the Baldwin. They all go there a little bit at some point. Every time there's one, sometimes you'll see a little Alec will go there. Daniel.
Can you name all the Baldwins?
Yeah, I was just trying to show off.
Oh, Daniel
I'm slowly
Baldwin?
also turning in my chair.
I bet I know your favorite Daniel Baldwin movie.
Yeah,
Is it Trees Lounge?
that's up there.
I don't know. I'm just
Didn't
guessing.
he do Attack of the 50-Foot Woman or something?
I don't
The
know.
remake with Daryl Hannah
Oh, I would have guessed Gina Davis.
or something?
Yeah.
Or she did that?
Attack of the 50-foot.
Or-
I saw. How does Wendy Gruel get Bill Clinton to endorse? I mean, how does that happen? I'm watching a mayor commercial, and then Bill Clinton's on it. Go and vote for her.
I haven't seen that commercial.
Would you vote for a mayor?
For a mayor?
Yeah.
Any mayor?
No, but I mean, would you ever vote?
Sure.
Oh.
Was that
Are you-
groundbreaking?
No, I don't know.
Do you vote?
I've
You
never,
can't.
I've
'cause
never
you're-
voted.
Or can you?
I can't vote.
Because you're Canadian?
And yeah.
Okay.
And you see, also in Canada, it's different. Like here in the States, you vote for the president, maybe you vote for the wrong guy, a war happens.
Right.
In Canada, it's not like that. You go, like, what's the big thing? Should they make that bridge? Or
Right.
something?
That's the biggest.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. So it's, we're,
too much
we're
pressure.
very inconsequential, Canada.
Yeah. Well,
Like some people say, Canada's #1, and I go, no.
you're just quietly there to shut that
Only
down.
Canadians say that.
Yeah. There's a lot of
By any
patriotism.
objective standards.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't.
16, maybe 17.
16 Canadians?
Canada is 16.
Oh, is
But that would
okay.
sound retarded if you're like, Canada's 16.
If you did that, it's not
Yeah.
the ring. to-
Canada's number 16.
Yeah, that doesn't. It's not iambic pentameter.
Uganda's number 148.
That sounds better. Uganda.
Remember Uganda? I guess it
Isn't
still
it
exists.
Uganda?
It's Uganda.
Yeah, it's definitely
I mean,
pronounced
Uganda is. Maybe that's your Canadian.
No, it's
accent.
Uganda.
Do I
And it was
remember
for many years, it was ruled by, I believe, Forrest Whitaker.
Right.
Okay.
With his lazy eye.
That's,
Jesus Christ.
No, we shouldn't be getting political like this.
I wouldn't. Okay.
very polarizing
Played,
conversation.
I think he played Idi Amin.
He played Idi Amin, of
Yeah.
course. I'm confusing fantasy with reality, but we all remember Ethiopia.
we can't forget.
Yeah, what?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying Ethiopia.
Sure.
They thought. Do you remember Ethiopia?
Do I remember Ethiopia? Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Well, that's Haile Selassie of you. That's what
The
Hawkeye
ruler
said
of-
once. Hawkeye said that on MASH once. You ever watch MASH?
I not real as a kid, like at night, it was
Yeah.
late at night on Nick at Night or something. The laugh track always confused me.
Yeah, it was weird because it was in a war, and then when
Right.
they went in the OR, the laugh track would stop. But
Oh.
my problem was Hawkeye was way too funny.
Yeah,
Like he'd say 11 jokes in a row.
yeah.
You know, like he'd go, I'll carry a gun, I'll carry a grudge, I'll Harry carry, if you tell me how, I'll carry a tune. Like he'd have all these jokes and then no one would notice.
We gotta amputate this guy's arm who's still making one-liners.
But it did, and then you have to watch MASH for fucking 20 years or whatever it lasted, and then Korea's still fucking in the news.
Right.
Like you'd think, you know.
You'd think
Do
after
you think MASH would end all that?
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. I mean, they had After MASH.
that was the
You
name.
don't remember After MASH?
No, I didn't care for MASH.
Aftermash.
Yeah, it was. They took the idea was they took the 4 worst characters from MASH.
That's a good idea.
Harry Morgan, who played, of course,
Right.
Jack Webb's friend. They took Radar O'Reilly, Gary Berghoff,
Right.
who was famous because he was both in the film and the
Oh.
TV show. I just watched it last night, and I remember when I was a child, I used to think Loretta Swit was pretty, but she was a fucking old hag.
You just watched the Robert Altman movie or the TV show you watched again?
No, the movie was Sally Kellerman. One
yeah.
time I was on a sitcom, right? So they say, in this episode, you you go out with an older lady. Is there any older ladies you'd like to go out with? So when I was a kid, there was this movie MASH, and Sally Kellerman came out of a shower naked, and was every child's fantasy, you know. So I immediately said Sally Kellerman, forgetting that now she was 75.
Right.
So she shows up on the set, and I have to kiss her, and so I overdo it. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm like, kind of. So instead of just kissing her a little, I'm like, ah. And do you ever have to kiss an old lady, like passionately? It's just teeth.
It's yeah.
They have no collagen in their lips anymore.
This right. Well, but she had her teeth. You say.
She had her teeth. Hey.
You don't know whose teeth they were.
Well, they were hers. She bought them at least.
Yeah, she owned them.
But she
I
stumbled like Adam Egan.
Hey, what?
Like kissing Adam Egan.
No, she was a beautiful lady, you know, and she was a.
And you kissed her. I don't think I've had to kiss an old lady.
No.
For
you
money.
don't want to do that. And then Sandler, every time he has me in a movie, he gets me to kiss like an old bag. Not an old bag, I shouldn't say that, but
Hag.
like one time the lunch lady, and everybody else was
Right.
kissing nice ladies, and then I was kissing this old lunch lady. So again, I tried to overdo it to make the lunch lady feel nice about herself.
Well, that's kind of you.
That was kind of nice. That was nice. But now, what if she's watching?
I can guarantee you she's not watching.
Well, if she gets USA Today, she is.
We should end on that.
You don't say we should end on that. That's no way to end a show.
Now we have to start over.
All right, let's start over.
Yeah.
Let's play the bit.
How should we end? How about a joke? If you guys think it's weird that guy in Cleveland kept 3 women in his basement as sex slaves, wait till you hear what my middle-aged Uncle Gordon kept in his basement. A fucking electric train. At least these were human beings.
At least.
Now I have to, wait, what about the man grate?
Is that like a genital cleanser?
No! No, my God. It is 100% made in America. Cast iron grilling grates. It's revolutionizing the way people grill.
Jesus.
What?
I thought it was like a, all right.
You want to hear what it has?
Yeah.
It has heavy-duty grilling grates. Deliver exactly what you need to achieve that perfect steakhouse flavor. Chicken, steak, has never tasted so good. Listen, no more dry meat. Guaranteed.
That's what the girl said to Mr. Furley.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. Hey, it was named one of 2012's best grilling accessories by Men's Health magazine. Man grates, there's more fucking facts about the man grate than about Nick. Man grates are the perfect gift for Dad this Father's Day. Your dad's alive?
No.
Fuck. God damn it. I'm sorry about your dad.
That's fine.
Go to mangrate.com and enter the coupon code NORM for their $19.99 Father's Day special. 100% made in America. 100% cast iron. Hey, how about this? Each Norm Macdonald show order comes with a heavy-duty grilling brush.
Jesus.
What? Man,
work.
great. What do you think of that?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again. Again. That's the Man Great Grill Enhancement System. Order today at mangrate.com and enter the coupon code NORM at checkout. Now you're gonna. It weighs a lot of pounds.
Is that heavy?
Yeah. Listen, man, what was that fucking Vegas story?
Jesus Christ. Sorry. What is in that?
Well, what the fuck was that Vegas story?
What Vegas story?
Remember?
It was, it was one of my party stories
Yeah.
that Adam wanted me to talk about.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah.
It was about my philosophy about how alcohol always has good stories that come with it.
Yeah, it does, right.
Yeah. So one of the story I had was I was in Vegas at the Hard Rock, and I was partying with my friends, and they had a show there. They did this Beecher's Madhouse.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's in Los Angeles now. So we were partying, and we were at the club, and I blacked out, and then I woke up in a suite, and there was a hooker blowing me and my friend.
Like the story blew up out of nowhere.
It just erupts.
Yeah.
It goes from 0 to 100.
Seriously.
And it's blowing me and my friend. And I kind of like look down like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, all right, this is weird. And I look over at my friend, he's like laughing. He's like, this is funny, right? And I'm like, kind of, I guess. I do comedy, and I guess it's funny. And then I look over, and there's another friend of mine who's a small person.
Midget.
Yeah, midget.
They like to be called small people.
Yeah, but midget will work for the story too. And he's fisting a girl on the couch, and he has cocaine all over his face. And I look over at him, and he was like in the middle of like, it's his hand, so it's like kind of like a penis, so it's not like too like violent. And
It's not too violent.
it's like a big penis,
Very
you know.
gentle fisting.
It's caress fisting.
Yeah.
And he looked over at me, and I made eye
who was he
contact with
fisting?
him. So another
girl.
chick, some lovely lass whose parents are proud of her. And he looks over at me, and I make eye contact with him, and he kind of like catches my eye, and he just goes, yeah. And I was just kind of like, all right, I don't know.
Oh my
Think
God.
should we get room service, or I didn't know how to get out of it. Dude.
Fisting.
But it was like, it's just a story
Her
that you don't
vagina?
have.
Fisting her vagina?
I think it was her vagina.
God
Yeah.
dang it. I never even...
I didn't have the acute eyes to see, but let's just say it was a vagina.
I think it's a moot point, really.
Yeah. But like stories like that, they're fun to have in your life.
You're saying they're that alcohol, you would not have that story, obviously, without alcohol.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen with ginger ale or
That's
something.
very true, yeah, that's very
Yeah,
true.
so-
You know what I used, because I don't drink, you know that, Nick.
Yeah, I do.
But what I used to do, because I'm in a bar, and I noticed, like, people get away with stuff when they're drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can paw girls and stuff. That straight guy, you know what I mean? You go, and the guy's like, ooh, because you're drunk.
Yeah.
So I started just pretending to be drunk.
Yeah,
get away
that's
with
the
it.
way to do it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time you called me up one day? You go, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm watching baseball. And you're like, can I pick me up? And I was like,
I don't drive.
I go, I'm already at the bar. I already had a couple of drinks. I want to drink and drive. I'm like, it's not far from you. I'm like, you want to just take a cab? And you're like, yeah, all right, I'll meet you in a couple minutes. So I'm like, okay. So I wait. I watch a full game. I watch another full game. I watch half of another game. It's 8 o'clock at night. And I'm like fucking hammered. I leave the bar. Norm's walking into the bar. It was noon when he called me. It was 8:30 at night.
It takes
and he
me.
goes,
I know.
where are you going? And I'm like, I'm fucking hammered. I'm going home. He's like, I just got here. And I'm like, I know, you're 8 hours late. Like, well, have a fucking beer. I'm being weird. I'm like, I'm not. I want to go.
It does,
I
it
can't
takes
walk
me-
or see.
Takes me a long time to get stuff.
It was so
He always
casual.
beats me at ping pong. It was so. Remember how
Shit,
angry
you're pretty
I got?
good at that,
Yeah.
too.
This
That
motherfucker.
must be amazing.
But he doesn't seem like he's good. But the ball
How do you
keeps coming
seem-
back
oh,
at you.
lost your point. I'm like,
But anyways, it's time to read jokes.
yes.
We read jokes on this show, Nick.
All right.
It's easy. Then you don't have to think of them yourself.
I love it. I hate
Yeah.
thinking.
To read that thing.
Do I read it now?
Yeah.
A Florida University student was caught streaking on campus and apparently told police he was on acid and asked them to cut his dick off. Boy, these kids today are crazy. In my day, we didn't need drugs. We would just cut our own dicks off.
Yeah, you didn't need no fucking acid and shit. What about this? There's a new 3D version of The Great Gatsby, coming. I saw it.
I just saw it too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you see it in 3D?
No.
Oh, in 3D.
I don't like wearing glasses.
It was almost like the sober examination of the unrestrained materialism and absolute moral center of the Roaring '20s jumped right out at you. Here, what about this, Nick? Read this one. That's a good one.
I think my doctor might be retarded.
Why?
His name is Dr. Retardo.
Oh.
It's a good chance.
What about this? 42-year-old Richard Swardson set out to dribble a soccer ball from Seattle to Brazil, but got hit by a car in Oregon and died. Well, at least he got to die loving what he do. At least he got to die doing what he loved, Nick. dribbling a soccer ball in traffic. No, that's not nice. But here,
That's
you like this.
One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. That's very good.
That's
You
a
have?
fantastic
Yeah.
documentary.
One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Asteroid.
Oh, yeah.
That
Unwatchable.
I actually did. I liked it. The DVD commentary.
Pain and Gain, the new movie directed by Michael Bay. Reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit. Doesn't that look like the worst thing ever?
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. Hey, listen, have you noticed my enormous weight gain? I've gained
No.
45 pounds. I'm telling you, my manager, my landlord rather, he managed to get rid of 230 pounds of ugly fat. He evicted me.
What?
Here, read
oh,
this.
I thought you.
No, read this.
I want to read that one again.
Here, read that.
Sure, we all know about Norm's astonishing weight gain, but I think it's become a bit wearisome. So let's agree to stop having fun at his expense.
Here, let Adam Eager read one.
Yeah, Adam, what the fuck?
I give you 3 good ones.
Dick.
4 of the top 5 picks in the NFL draft were offensive tackles, which is a great thing to tell your wife as the love drains from her eyes.
This one's more like a factoid.
Danny DeVito looks like one of those guys with a short but thick penis.
Right? He has to have the thickest fucking cock.
It's true.
You know, dogs and humans love to run because it apparently gives them a natural high similar to that of marijuana, according to the University of Arizona.
Wow.
After running what are called cannabinoids, the chemical found in marijuana that gives you a feeling of euphoria, are higher in humans and dogs, and this encourages them to run again. To 7-Eleven for a Slurpee. They got the munchies. You want to check it?
Let me fact check this.
Oh, this is your kind of joke,
I zoned
man.
out.
This reminds me of your kind of joke.
All right.
Just from hearing you read jokes.
Oh, I like this. I like the theme that this one has. A man in Taiwan reportedly cut off his own penis to win an argument with his wife. That reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Raymond forgot Deborah's birthday and he had to cut his own cock off. Oh my God!
Are you gonna just read any one? You,
cutting off
you get to
penises.
read them out of here.
All right.
It's like Game of Thrones. The guy's getting his penis cut off. If you guys care.
Everybody.
Is there?
Yeah, this guy just got his penis cut off.
To turn into a vagina? Fashion into a vagina?
I don't think they had medieval sexual.
Oh, that's in the old days?
Oh yeah, it's
I
like
don't know.
medieval.
Oh.
But it'd be cool if they did experiment with genital altercations back then.
Yeah. But what about, let's say you go to a doctor. Isn't it weird that you can go to a doctor and go, you know how I have a cock?
Where are you going with this?
It's not real. I shouldn't have a cock.
I'm bored.
You mind cutting it? And because I've always intuitively believed that.
So the best is like when you want to go back after like 5
Yeah.
months. You're like, you know, I had a cock and then you gave me a pussy.
Which didn't work.
The pussy was fun, but can I get my cock back? You still have it?
The guy's like, you betcha.
They're like, do I have it? He's like, do I have it? Is a sex change a good gift for
A
Christmas?
sex change?
Yeah, like a gift certificate. Like, Mom, I know you always wanted a fucking penis.
Wait, is your mom still alive?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
You have a
Asking
joke?
people
Tell them a
if their
joke.
parents are
Sorry, read
alive.
it,
No,
read it.
Well, because
it's a 50-50 chance it's not going to go well.
No, it's a 50-50 chance that they're
It's not gonna
alive.
look like a penis.
Yeah.
It's look like a Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Read a joke.
All
You
right,
haven't read one joke.
before we begin, I have a quick public service announcement. Would anybody, please fuck Martha Stewart?
Oh, I got that one.
What?
I don't understand that.
What?
That's weird, right?
Too soon.
It's meta.
Meta.
Do you like the meta comedy?
Meta world peace comedy.
Yeah.
Only comedy I like.
Hey, Barbara Walters is retiring.
I can understand why Barbara Walters is retiring. It must be exhausting occasionally appearing on The View.
Right? We're fucking going on the road doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
Doing her shit acts. Not you. Your act's good.
It's pretty shitty.
But she gets to sit there.
and just fucking talk.
Yeah, just yap.
The fuck?
You ever been on that show?
I've been on it so many times.
You know, I'm against hate speech, but read that.
Engaging in hate speech is wrong and terrible and should never be tolerated. But you have to admit, engaging in a hate stutter would be kind of cute.
How would that go?
Fuck, suck, queer, fuck, Chinese black.
Hey, a Papa, what do you call that? Papa John's?
Oh, okay.
A Papa John's delivery man has been arrested for allegedly selling more than $40,000 in cocaine hidden in pizza boxes.
Jesus.
To undercover police officers. This raises an important question. Where is all that pizza that was supposed to go in those boxes? Can I have them to eat? I'm a big fat guy. Oh, here's a good one.
What would you do if you got a pizza box filled with cocaine?
What would I do?
Yeah. Would you be really mad about the pizza not being there?
A pizza box full of cocaine.
Isn't that what they said?
Oh, fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, pizza boxes. And there's cocaine in them.
What would you do?
Nothing? Deliver it to Busey's? Fucking fire that train. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Sesame Street introduced its very first Latino character, Armando. But it's not going great. Apparently on the first day, he got into a knife fight and stabbed the letter A. It's silly.
That's silliness.
Yeah,
that's cute.
They're all fine people.
The FDA is investigating health risks posed by Wrigley's new caffeinated gum. Well, where the hell was the FDA when York peppermint patties were making people shiver and having involuntary orgasms?
What would that?
Fuck!
How would that go? Like eat one and then go.
All right, Adam, you do that one. Eat it and have it. Eat it.
Like eat it.
Eat it.
That's how you.
Oh, God.
That's how he comes. Jesus Christ!
God, you need to take Mr. Furley's Burbank hotel class on coming on strangers' fucking
I should have
tits and shitting on poor girls from Nebraska who are here to audition for fucking White Shadow. They're covered in a fucking brown cloud of fucking Furley nightmare mist. Jesus Christ.
Adam. Hey.
Eat my dog shit snowman!
Oh, what's that mean? What's a dog shit snowman?
I don't know, man.
Is that a real thing?
And I hope not. Furley could build it, if anybody could.
Oh, my God. Hey, Time Magazine named the top 100 most influential people in the world, Nick. The top 100 include Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, Jimmy Kimmel. In your face, Yuli Moray, president of the Swiss Confederation. No one knows who that is except Steve O'Donnell.
Do you? He probably knows.
I like how you read them again.
Like there's a side note. Let me get another one.
You want another one? Here you go, man. Wait,
Freshie.
Okay, what's this?
Freshie.
What's that one say?
Nowadays, most teenagers don't watch their favorite shows on actual TV sets. Instead, they just blow each other.
That's probably true. That
Yeah.
one's more of a comment, really.
Yeah, that's a website.
What are you whispering about? We gotta go?
20 seconds till we're off.
20 seconds, man, to read that joke.
How many people have to die before we finally do something about dropping pianos?
We're here with Andy Dick, and we're going to read jokes. We read jokes.
I thing. You were going to talk about this thing.
We're going to talk about the man grade. You know what I think would be the perfect job for you? I don't know if this has ever been considered by your management or by yourself.
Okay.
Talk show host.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did it. I did my
You
own
already
little
did
version.
that?
I did a thing called, it was called House Arrest with Andy Dick. I had one of those ankle monitoring things, but it wasn't house arrest.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a traditional talk show.
But I did. It was a non-traditional talk show where because I was on house arrest, I brought people into my house and did a little
So
interview.
I'm talking about a traditional talk show, and you take that as a synonym for a non-traditional talk show.
You did a few non-traditional talk shows.
Yeah,
and
I
then
did.
the asshole puppet.
Yeah,
or whatever, that
Anus and Andy.
Well, that's not-
Anus and Andy was hilarious.
I thought
You know
we were
what?
trying to get- I thought we were trying to get
best.
away from that.
I know. But you are the best.
Listen.
This is what you need to be doing, and I love it.
Listen, we're going to do some jokes. But first...
Which, by the way, I don't do jokes. That's the other thing about my stand-up is I don't do that.
No, I know, but tonight you will be.
But I will.
But
How do we do
first,
it?
before the jokes,
Okay.
we're going to talk about man grade. Have you heard of the man grade?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Where'd you hear about it?
On Adam Carolla's podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
I like it.
Well, this Father's Day, your father's dead. But you have children. You are a father.
Yes, and I'm not dead.
Yes. And I bet you'd like a man great.
Are you going to give me one?
Huh?
Are you going to give me
No,
gonna do it.
no, your son would have to get it for you. What the fuck am I going to buy you a Father's Day present for?
Is Father's Day coming up?
Father's Day's next week. What is the man great, you ask?
Okay.
Huh?
Fine. I didn't, but
You didn't ask, but
I
you
know
want to
what
know.
it is.
You probably know what
I know.
it is. Yeah. It's 100% made in America. Are you a jingoist?
what is that?
Someone who only loves things made in
American?
America?
No. But it's a nice thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's,
Take a
it's
look.
cast iron.
It's
if I
cast
remember.
iron.
Iron?
Cast iron grilling grates that
Are
are
you kidding when you say iron?
You know what? Don't be like fucking Larry King. That motherfucker, I say iron and he's up my asshole for fucking 4 days.
I heard you had Larry King on here.
Cast
Your
iron.
show is, that's amazing, by the way. No one
Cast-
gets on Larry King.
Cast
Larry
iron.
King gets you.
Cast iron grilling grates. Look at that.
So basically, you put I'm going to just tell them. You
Yeah,
put this
tell the folks.
on your normal grill, and it makes it hotter.
Yeah.
And it's cast iron, which is good. My mom always cooked with a cast iron skillet because a little bit of the iron gets in your food, and that's good for you.
Have you used one of these before?
No, Adam didn't give me one.
No.
Maybe you'll give me one, and
I'll give
use
you
it.
one. Is your mom still alive?
My mom?
Yeah.
No, she's dead.
Jesus Christ, is any of your relatives fucking alive?
Just me and my kids.
Well, listen, man, Okay, so you're scraping
And then
that?
you just scrape it off, and that's how you do it. And you get two of these, I guess, to put right on your grill. 2 or 3 of these.
Huh?
How many do you get? I
You
think
get 2.
You get 2 of these, and it makes it hotter and easy, very easy to clean. Okay? These are very heavy.
Yes, no, but that's part of the charm. Deliver exactly what, you know what it does? It delivers exactly what you need to achieve that perfect steakhouse flavor.
Yes. You can smell that cast iron. It smells like, like my
Chicken,
mom's skillets.
chicken and steak have never tasted so good.
Yes.
No more flare-ups. What do you think of that?
That's good.
No more dry meat.
Nope.
What do you think of that?
Good. You want your meat juicy.
Oh, come on now. Don't make it sound like a fucking fat, plumpy, delicious cock. Go to mangreat.com and enter the coupon code NORM for their $19.99 Father's Day special. 100% made in America, 100% cast iron, 100% steakhouse quality grilling in your backyard. Remember, each Norm Macdonald Show order comes with a heavy-duty grilling brush. Again, that's the ManGreat Grilling Enhancement System. Order today at mangreat.com, and enter the coupon code NORM at checkout. Thank you, Andy. That's yours. You just threw your own going away present with contempt to the floor.
Sucks.
But
Okay,
it's going to be a good Father's Day for in your household.
Look at that. Those things are dirty.
No.
That's from the iron.
Are you sure?
Yes. Well, it's not from my cock.
What?
I just went to the bathroom. You say cock so much.
Oh my God! So here now we tell jokes. Now you think you don't tell jokes, but wait
Well,
till
I
you.
can read them.
You can
Everybody-
read them.
Oh, I saw one in the bathroom. I went to use the bathroom.
Oh, I
and
threw
there were-
some. I threw some in the
some
garbage.
In the
Don't tell
garbage
people that.
that you threw all the racist ones away. And then one other one that was about the view, because it was.
Did you
it
go
wasn't
through the
that-
garbage and find the old joke?
When there's a joke, it was in the garbage, and there was one.
Yeah.
I just went. It was
I don't do
clean. It
view
was sitting on
jokes.
top of paper
Yeah.
towels. So I pulled it out. I read it, and then there was another one. I'm like, well, there's another one, and another one. There was like about 4 jokes. The one I remember was the view.
Wait! I don't want to do view jokes because if you start a battle with Joy Behar, you're not going to win. No, you'll win easily. But read this one. read this one. Read this joke.
I will, but why did you throw the one about the view away? That was the one I'm like, well, this one's kind of, it made me laugh. And I'm like, well, I wonder why. I didn't know you
Because
threw
our
them
standards
out.
are so high that even that one didn't make it.
You didn't think it was funny?
I thought it was very funny, but not funny enough for Andy Dick.
It's pretty funny.
We're going to
Plus,
save
I know
it for next week for big fat Bruce Valanche.
I told you
you're allowed
before.
to say
You
that
keep
because you're
calling him
fat.
that.
He's allowed to.
No, I'm a fat guy like him.
So he's allowed to.
Look
Like
at
I'm
this.
allowed to say the word faggot.
Yeah.
You fucking faggot.
Well, I mean, there's no need for that.
Yeah. What was that? What'd that comment guy say to you?
I can't say that.
Come on, let's.
Okay, let's read
Can
it.
I, you don't want because you're not going to save it for Bruce because you threw it in the garbage. Do you want me to say the View one? I think I kind of
No,
remember.
you
No, he
see,
doesn't wanna
Bruce,
anger
Bruce
the bear.
Valanche, you can give him any
Why
joke.
doesn't he want to?
Bruce Valanche, you can give him any joke. He's so funny, that dude,
He's
that,
funny.
that he will just make it funny.
He's funny. But you probably are afraid of Joy Behar, aren't you?
Who wouldn't be?
She's a little bit of a firecracker.
Terrifying.
She's funny.
Yeah. She reminds me of like your aunt that tells jokes at the fucking Thanksgiving.
I'm
table.
going to go get that joke because I
Oh,
have
my
to. Because
God.
the way they wrote it was pretty funny.
Well, maybe you should tell a joke while
Okay, folks, we'll tell a joke while Andy is gone. You tell one.
Okay. The latest Archie.
Adam Egget telling a joke.
The latest Archie comic shows gay character Kevin kissing his boyfriend Devin. Another barrier will be broken next month when, in a dream sequence, Jughead will be show fisting Betty Crocker.
God damn, you're illiterate.
It's a show fit. No. Oh, you're right.
Will be
It's
shown.
shown.
Will
Yeah,
be
they
shown.
forgot to write the end there.
Okay, now we'll see this joke. This
Made
is
me
a
laugh
joke.
again out loud.
This
just
is
reading
this
it
show.
to myself.
This show is so high quality that we
this one-
take jokes from the dustbins.
Well, you said that this is very funny, but not funny enough.
Not funny enough for Andy Dick, I felt.
Well, I thought it was fun. Well, I am a fan of The View because Sherry Shepherd is a good friend of mine.
Sure.
And I've been on The View a lot, which is weird
Yeah.
because I'm on The View. Daphne Aguilera was on The View.
Oh, really?
Did Daphne Aguilera, he didn't rub your cock on like...
Okay, come on. This is what we're trying to get away from.
Sorry.
And by the way, every time I'm on The View, Barbara Walters will not be on The View.
Is that right?
Yeah, she won't be on it with me. And it has to be the pre-taped one. You know how they're live except for she won't do it. And they always have to do the pre-taped one.
Filthy old bag.
Barbara Walters announced that she's retiring from The View. Well, actually, she announced it 5 years ago, but no one could hear her over those yammering bitches. See?
Amazing that worked
That's a
after that
freak.
That's a
giant buildup.
trajectory.
Hey, how about this one? They say pimping ain't easy, Andy. But what they won't tell you is much, much more difficult being a prostitute. Pimping is pretty easy. I don't know if you've ever pimped, but
It's hard to believe that the entire cast of Saved by the Bell is now dead.
it's hard to believe that. Hey, George Clooney may be a dapper fellow, dude. Don't forget, he whacks off just like the rest of us. I wonder if he does. I don't even know if that's true.
If there's two things I'm 100% sure are true, it's
No,
that...
don't read ahead.
I don't know
One
who
of
that
the
is.
rules is we're not supposed to read ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, hand me other ones then.
I will.
I read those.
I will.
Should I do this?
Oh, yeah, do
Just
it.
do it.
If there's two things I'm 100%
Read-
sure are
read the-
true, it's that number one, no means no, and number two, you should never take no for an answer.
Kind of a puzzle.
That's a little conundrum. There is a new service called Sidecar, where if you need a ride somewhere, you will be picked up by a stranger and driven to your location. However, in a few months, the company plans on going back to its original name, Murder.
Yeah, do this one now.
That's pretty cute. Accomplished comedian.
What is accomplished?
Did you write this one?
This is not against them.
Accomplished.
This is not against anybody.
Accomplished. Okay. Accomplished comedian Sinbad has a.
He's accomplished.
Yeah, you're right.
Very
He is.
accomplished.
It's like Byron Allen.
Yes.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time.
The second time.
Oh God, it's so retarded. Sounds like things have gone from sin bad to sin worse. Okay.
All right, listen, man. A lot of people talk about masturbating to the Sears catalog when they were younger, you know?
Yes, I've looked through them.
You know, because of nowadays with the porn and
can do
everything.
anything.
But I'm a lot older than that. Back in my days, you actually had to go to a Sears store and fucking whack off.
To the mannequins.
I don't know. I used to love mannequins.
That doesn't make sense because
Did you?
Sears started as a catalog.
It did?
Yeah.
Sears.
before
Oh,
the
you're
story.
right. You're right.
that
That
one-
didn't make sense.
Did you write that one?
Well, you're right, though, because you know what? They used it in the
was
old
a-
outhouses. They would use the Sears catalog as toilet paper.
Toilet paper. Because the paper was so thin, probably.
Organist Ray Manzarek died this week at the age of 74. The Curse of the Doors. Oh, this is about your aunt.
My aunt?
Is she fucking dead?
Yes.
You don't have a living aunt?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I have to read it.
Yeah. Well, it's your aunt.
Okay, you're right. I do have one. I have a couple of aunts. My aunt turned her house into a bed and breakfast. I guess she woke up and said, "Not enough strangers are fucking here."
It is kind of weird when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
You make your house a bed and breakfast,
Just
and then damn dirty hippies are fucking upstairs. And you... There are over 10,000 missing person cases in America. I hope I'm not telling tales out of school, but I think the answer to where these missing people is very clear. Johan Vandersloot. You don't remember that guy?
Aruba.
He
The
killed
rich
Natalie
guy's son.
Natalie Portman.
No, it was Natalie Holloway.
Natalie Holloway. Did you have anything to do with that case? No, I'm kidding. No,
You know,
I'm
a true
kidding.
story.
Give him
Never
one,
sure.
give him one.
Never trust a black guy wearing a Dirk Nowitzki jersey.
You know,
I
I
don't
came
get
to
that
the
one.
store. Which one?
Oh, you wanted me to give him one? Here you go.
I came to the store the other day, and Pauly Shore's interviewing an assistant,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this guy looks fucking familiar.
Yeah.
And Pauly's like, yeah, dude, remember that Johan Vandersloot?
No
Guy had
way.
a younger brother, just looked just like him.
Yeah?
He didn't hire him, but it
Wow.
wasn't that great of a story. Listen, whenever someone says, I have a couple irons in the fire, I think, is one of them a job writing blacksmithing metaphor? What? Why are these
I
all
don't know.
fucking...
I don't
That's
know.
funny.
But we're gonna end.
just screwed it
We're gonna end the whole show with a joke for Andy Dick. I'm gonna try to find a really funny one. Here's
Can
one.
I do one more?
If-
I like it.
No, you're gonna do the last one.
Okay.
But let me tell you this: if the Miami Heat win the NBA championship this year, I will eat my hat. It's not that I care or think they're gonna win. I just want to eat my hat. This is where most of my weight goes. Straight to whatever the fuck this is. I'm gonna find a really good joke. You guys talk, and I'll find a good joke to
So,
end.
Adam,
Yeah.
is it hard to not drink?
You know you've
Working
gained.
at the-
You know you've gained too much weight, by the way, when your chair guy refuses to work with you anymore. But go ahead.
He's fat.
Yeah, we need to help him out.
Well,
Get him. Let's try to get him on Dancing with the Stars.
that is the greatest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, you know, Jeffrey Ross was on Dancing with the Stars. He didn't make it past, I think, the first episode, but it did well for him. It'll help this show, and it will help you. And it
It'll help you.
lose
Yeah.
weight.
That's true.
Daniel Kellison says Jeff Ross gained weight when he went on Dancing with the Stars.
He scratched his cornea. His eye was.
You know what show I would like to go on?
Fucking-
Eating strawberry shortcake with the stars. Drinking gravy with the stars.
Is it hard to not drink on this word? No, not here, because nobody drinks.
You think this
here.
probably means I'm fucking sucking somebody's cock, right? But it's taking Ready Whip and spraying it in my mouth.
See, that's how you eat Ready Whip. How do you think? How do you think we do the Ready Whip? Did you ever do this, like at the Comedy Store? Go into the Ready Whip.
Whippets?
Oh, to get high.
Oh God, it's real.
It's fun.
Major high. For
But
about
don't
30
tell the
seconds.
children, though, how to do
It's a
it.
great fun. Well,
Don't tell the children. It's true. It's
Okay,
true. No, I
folks.
was just going to ask. Is
it's
it hard
impossible to
at
stay
the
sober
Comedy
at the
Store?
Comedy Store and on this
Why?
podcast. Yeah,
Well,
it's
this
virtually
is easy.
impossible.
There's no alcohol.
There's no booze here at all.
Yeah, but
That was the thing when I was dancing and I was at my most, like, I need a drink, I would think, my brain would think, where in this whole CBS studio could I get a drink? I was trying to think, where could I go? And nobody would ever know.
At the CBS studio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where?
Where? Well, I know
Moonves
where.
office, probably.
I know where.
Where?
Does Bob Barker still work there?
He's dead.
Bob
Did he
Barker's
die?
dead?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well, rest
No,
in peace.
he's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Drew Carey just
Oh,
took
don't
over.
listen to
I
fucking
assumed he was.
Daniel.
Oh, God, he's not
on
dead.
who's
I was-
alive and
Bob
who's
Barker is
dead.
not dead.
Last
I think
week,
he was
I
alive.
hope he's alive.
Daniel, we
Oh, my God.
wanted to book Jan Michael Vincent. The guy tells us he's dead. He's not dead at all. he's all clean like you guys.
Miami Vice? No.
Airwolf.
Airwolf.
Oh, is this one for
This.
me? Bob Barker?
Yeah, Bob
89.
Barker, 89, alive.
See, that
and
good
well.
clean living, like a Johnny Carson or a Bob Barker.
Yeah.
They live
Johnny
forever.
Carson died quite young.
Oh,
66. He had a heart attack.
he was 66?
I think it was about that. We'll look it up.
Okay, while he's looking
Died of
that
a
up.
heart attack at his home in Malibu.
That's horrible.
Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why do you laugh at that?
You said me.
Johnny Carson died. Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression? Would you like to hear my impression
The
of Johnny
911
Carson?
call.
Johnny Carson's 911 call. Because he called while he was having a heart attack.
No.
Would you like to hear my impression? Okay, you be the 911 operator.
Hello, operator Mary.
Yes.
What is your 911 emergency?
I feel like there's a yak on my chest.
Hi-oh!
We would like to thank Andy Dick for being on the show, and to end the show, Andy Dick will be reading a joke, and then the show's over. Good night, everybody. Andy?
Purple socks.
Oh, can I do a Karnak?
I was trying to.
Can I do a Karnak?
Yeah. That's what I was trying.
Now, do you know how to be Ed McMahon during this?
Well, you have to read
Okay. Mount Baldy. Mount Baldy.
And you read.
No, then you have to say Mount Baldy. You know.
Mount Baldy. Mount Baldy.
Yeah, Mount Baldy. What did Yul Brennard's wife do on their wedding night? Okay, now we really have to go. But we will end with Andy Dick reading this joke into a TV camera.
Half of your audience doesn't even know who Yul Brynner
Yeah,
is.
most of those people do not
I
know who
do.
Yul Brynner is.
He's the king and I. One of the most famous bald people from the Johnny Carson age. Him and Kojak, right?
Yes, Kojak.
Here's looking at you,
Telly.
kid, right? That
Yeah,
guy with the
Telly
lollipop.
Savalas.
Here's looking
Telly
at you.
Savalas.
Here's looking at you, kid.
He had a whatever. He had a Broadway musical
Humphrey Bogart.
about his life.
Yeah.
No,
Here's
but he
looking
had
at
that
you,
line.
kid.
Not here's looking at you, kid. He had a he had a
Who
lollipop.
loves you, baby?
Who loves ya, baby?
Yeah.
And he had a Broadway musical
And he had
Isn't
a
that
brother
weird?
named
about his
Demosthenes.
life. Is he dead, by the way? Telly Savalas.
Yes.
Tell
Yeah,
us about
that's
it.
why they
But the
brought
good
a
news
musical.
is he's in heaven.
We don't know.
I know.
There was also a Broadway musical about Liza Minnelli's husband. This is going to bring it full circle right to the beginning of this interview. Liza Minnelli's husband that turned out to be gay, called The Boy from Oz. All about this one guy, Liza Minnelli's husband, that turned out to be gay. I went to see it, and it was starring Hugh Jackman,
Oh, yeah, the boy from Oz.
The Boy from Oz.
And is Hugh Jackman gay?
Jury's out on that.
Well, I thought there was a guy that said, I can't get work because I'm gay. It was one of those big action stars.
Not Hugh
Oh,
Jackman.
Rupert Everett, maybe?
Listen,
Rupert Everett, that guy's done nothing but work. Here we go, the final joke.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Well, we'll say goodnight right after the joke.
No, it was going to be okay. We'll do that.
Okay, fine. Good night.
No, we'll do the joke and then.
Good night, everybody.
We'll do the joke and then say good night.
Good night, everybody. This year's most popular iPhone game is Clash of the Clans.
Clash of the Clan, the most popular
Yeah.
iPhone game.
The least popular iPhone game, Cut My Cock Off.
Oh my Lord. That's what you chose? Is the final joke?
You chose it!
Andy Dick, the incomparable. Andy Dick. Thanks, pal. Now we're going, this is the section where we do jokes.
Yeah.
And you don't have to think of them, they're written
For
on
the
blue
first
cards.
time in the show.
Yeah, the first time in the show. We do jokes. We stop our Mark Maron-like grilling of your personal life. Do you, Mark Maron?
I don't have a Mark
Mark
Maron.
Mark Maron gets it a lot, like anything you say.
yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
Were you jealous of him? Okay, so here's a joke. This seems like a Gilbert Gottfried joke.
Okay. Today is the 11th birthday of President Obama's youngest daughter, Sasha, or as I like to call her, the uppity one.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Jesus
I'm a regular Mozart.
Well, we're now into those hazy, crazy, lazy days of summer. We should do this later because we're not really. But now, Gilbert, we're into those hazy, crazy, lazy days of summer.
Yeah.
Especially those of us who are over-medicated schizophrenics who live near smoky industrial parks.
That's kind of like a Care Bear joke.
Oh, do you know how T for 2 goes?
Yes.
All right, here's one for you. Here, you read this joke while he's putting his glasses on.
What was that?
Read that one.
What?
I think there's some trouble over at Craigslist. I went on there this morning and I saw an ad. Someone to kill Craig's wife.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. You know that sweet old song, T for Two?
Certainly. Why, certainly.
Nobody near us to see us or hear us? I think those people wanted to get down to some serious fucking.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Here, read this.
You didn't see that one coming.
Here, I think the reason I most look forward to China ruling the earth is that all of their last names sound like slang for cock. I tell you so.
Astronomers have discovered 3 new planets that have an atmosphere conducive to human life, and they've discovered one that has an atmo conducive to hipster life.
Whatever.
I like that one.
Oh, this one, it sounds like a Gilbert joke because it's ripped from today's headline. Do you know the story about Sergio Garcia and Tiger Woods?
Don't I?
All right, then this joke will be perfect. It's a little on the longish side.
What was I living in a cave? The Gulf War between
The Gulf War?
Yes.
No, the Gulf War. The Gulf War ended 18 years ago. There's nothing to do with Kuwait.
But it's still the lives lost. That's why it's important to me, that Gulf War. Could we put a U there so it looked like it is the Gulf War?
Okay, this is the Gulf War. It's a Gulf War.
Gulf War.
Tiger Woods. I agree with you.
Gulf War.
Yes, I agree that when you first glance. But there's been a Gulf War.
Because, you know, when you think of Tiger Woods, you think of, like, how he risked his life in the Gulf War. Yeah. He was a war hero.
He was?
He was, yeah, the D-Day invasion on the Gulf.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
Only half. Oh, well.
Okay.
Wait, I think I may have broken the joke there.
Wait, so I don't have to do it?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
You're going to do that one.
Oh, all right.
This one's more of a comment, really.
Michael Douglas portrayed the flamboyant entertainer Liberace in the new HBO film Behind the Candelabra. I'd like to say something to Michael Douglas. I sang with Liberace. I knew Liberace. Liberace was a friend of mine. Michael Douglas, you're no Liberace.
I'm sorry.
See,
Here, I'll give you another.
I think Jay Leno could do that in this.
It was long. But what do you make of the, what do you make of the late night wars?
I'm very upset.